I should be good to go. Oh, yep, yep, yeah, exactly. Always, always. Same. Oh, well, let me rephrase that. Promoted by rank, but I know it's a little different. It's civilian world, but yeah, yeah, man. Fucking, no, no, it's all good. What's I knew you had all your shit going on. You were hustling and whatnot, so no need to fear. I knew it was only a matter of time before we got back into it. So, but we've been keeping in touch. It's not like we've been gone. Okay, I've been keeping in touch with you here and there, and I've seen like some things you posted. I've watched your shorts lately. Any of your videos I haven't had the time to, um, but yeah. So been keeping up, trying to stay. You know, a lot of shit has happened though. A lot of shit has happened in 2025 so far. A lot of shit. Yeah. Yep.
Yo, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Jay the Great here. We are back. It's
Yo
good to be
yo.
back. First of all, I hope you all are doing well. Hope you all had a good holiday. God bless. Hope you all had a good Christmas. Hope you guys have a good New Year's. The New Year is almost upon us. It's good to be back.
Amen.
Yeah, and we're back. We're back in action. Hopefully, consistently again. I'm gonna try my best. IRL is IRL, but we still enjoy doing what we do here, and that's gonna continue. Um, But yeah, let me let the people know that we're live. Folks, feel free to ask anything. There is a few pre-established questions, pre-live stream. We're gonna read those to begin and set things off, just like old times. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. Make sure to hit the like button if you enjoy. And this is just classic stream. Let's get it. So first question, I guess it goes with the title of this. Someone asked. Let me go ahead and find it. I just had it. Where is it at? Where is it at?
What to do, peeps? What to do?
What's going on, people? Um, why do you think Boruto gets as much hate as it does? And do you think any of it is justified or has it improved enough? So, Boruto, there's multiple reasons.
Oh yeah.
We all romanticize Naruto. We all grew up with it. We all know the legacy it has in anime and just in the fictional world, in the world of storytelling. Naruto is stapled in history. So that's one reason we're going to romanticize it. We don't want anything to try to even to take over. We never want that. That's just us being human beings. Also,
Yep.
Boruto himself, early on in the story, early on, keyword, he was very obnoxious. He was very unrelatable. He wasn't appealing as a character, and we just didn't
Yeah.
like him. And as a result, we didn't like the story. We thought it was stupid. We thought that Naruto should just continue his journey, and that Boruto shouldn't be the
Yep.
centerpiece. Now, so answering the second part of that question, it has improved greatly. Boruto has,
Especially the manga. The
yeah,
anime was a little
anime was,
lackluster.
yeah, it needs
Yeah,
to
it
catch up.
was.
It needs to catch up.
Yeah, because like I don't know why the fuck it's so behind. Which because like that's the crazy thing too. Like they're really in shambles with the anime production because when Naruto was a thing back then, this is on like the Naruto official website too. They talk
Yeah,
about it. The anime was so popular and so good, it actually caught up to the manga and fucking was ahead. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
like it was like on the same pace as the manga as it was being written. So wherever the manga was, the anime was at the same point, and we were waiting for the same two fucking things. And then
which is
eventually it was the
strange.
manga first,
Yeah,
and then the anime caught right back. It was always like right there. It
yeah,
wasn't too, and that was just because of how popular it got. But fucking Boruto though, like just so behind, bro. Like so behind. And then the craziest thing, like whenever it was like the main story arcs, like no filler, none of that bullshit, like it was peak. The animation was
facts.
great. It was fucking awesome. Like Kawaki's introduction, like
Yeah,
everything. It was all amazing, right?
Peak
And
anime.
obviously when you had the OG characters, that was fucking great too. Like whenever you see Naruto or Sasuke, whenever you saw any of the OGs, you already knew shit was gonna be dope, right? It
Facts.
was great.
Yeah.
So like it's great, but yeah, very behind. And with all that, I think what really gave it a bad rep was the filler shit.
Horrible. Yeah,
It
horrible.
some really bad, horrible filler arcs. Like at least with Naruto, I for 9 out of 10 times the filler was pretty dope,
Yeah,
right?
at least tolerable.
But
Yeah.
well, yeah, Boruto was fucking horrible. And then what also didn't help is they did additional storytelling with Boruto to where you get to see a whole bunch of shit before you get to the exact point in the manga where like
Yeah.
they're like Team Seven and it's like way, you know what I mean? Because in the anime it shows you like everything in their academy days and like all that shit or whatever the whole nine,
Facts. Yeah.
and then it gets to when they're like full fledged, Genin and the whole nine. So like the beginning of the anime, that was also really shit too. It was really, really
Yeah.
bad. Like there's certain points like where it was just really fucking. It was so bad to the point like they're drawing pictures and shit, and it was just some freaking weird shit.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
But
Very
what I did
unfortunate.
like was when yeah, what I did like was when they introduced the OG characters. Like whenever Kakashi was shown, that was
Yep.
great.
Peak.
As a matter of fact, Kakashi's only been in the anime. He
Yeah.
hasn't been in
Never
the
been in the manga. Still has not.
for some reason, but
Yeah.
um, like, but it was only when the OG characters were around in the anime it was great, and
Yep.
then eventually like there were certain arcs that were cool. So overall, it was a hit and miss, right? And I think,
Early
and
on.
obviously
Yep.
people are more than likely inclined to watch the anime than read the manga first,
Less effort.
and
Yeah.
things like that or whatever. Or that's how people typically get into it. So again, yeah,
Yep.
it gave him a bad rep. But where it was really at, like Jay was saying, was the manga. The manga was just
Peak
it has not
storytelling.
missed.
It
It's
has
been
not
dope,
missed. Ever since
So
Tubular Vortex
yeah, man.
specifically, it has not
Yep.
missed.
It has not.
What's going on, Kedrick? No, long time no see, brother. Hope you're doing well. Great questions. We definitely have to talk about these things. These things were crazy. So first question, shout out to Kedrick.
Yes,
Please,
sir.
please talk about Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. There's one word, one theme that summarizes the whole night: levels. And the reason I say that is because there's levels to every sport of discipline. Every discipline, every field of discipline, there is levels embedded in it. And in boxing is no different. Anthony Joshua,
Yeah.
yes, he's slightly past his prime. Yes, he lost to Usyk, who's arguably the greatest heavyweight of all time. But he's a gold medalist. He's 6'6". He's legitimately
Hmm.
with no fat. He has like 2% body fat, 250 plus naturally, just because of how he's built. Jake Paul, conversely, is just a guy that got into boxing because he probably got tired of just the typical content creation. But you have to start
Yeah.
from literally in diapers to ever reach that level, and you have to be genetically gifted enough to
Yep.
ever reach that level. What really stood to me, what stood apart for me, aside from the level of skill, which was it was vast difference once Anthony Joshua actually decided to try a little bit, was the durability that Anthony had. So Jake Paul, we all know, had some good knockouts, Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, etc. He gave Anthony his best shot. Anthony did not flinch. He hit him with all he had, straight right hand.
Yeah.
Did
He caught
not
him with that
even
one
it,
hit. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Anthony did not flinch. That's the difference in size and power between Anthony and Jake. Anthony's a monster. Like that shit does not.
Yep.
It didn't even phase him. He just kept fighting right after. That would have knocked out
Yeah. He
90%.
he took
Yeah.
that hit and then he started beating the fuck out of
He was like on
Josh.
some. He was like the Man of Steel, like dead ass Man of Steel that night. I was like, what is happening? And then when Anthony turned it
Here's a
on,
question
it
too,
was
Jay,
over.
because a lot of people been arguing about this shit,
Yeah.
like, and this has been thrown around. Do you think Jake has like scripts for all his fights and whatnot, or no? You
Mm,
think that's just it's
I,
what it is? And
Anthony got
because
paid.
there's some people that have been saying Anthony, like they're like for how good Anthony is, right? Like him being one of the best of the best. So it's like why did it take him that long?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
was he struggling here and there? Like and then and one of their claims was like you're telling me he can't read like the distance or recognize patterns or whatever, blah blah yada yada. Yada. You know what I mean? Like to some people it was, what I mean, like fishy to them or whatever and so on and so on. But then again, like I'm not like a diehard boxing fan either. Like I know
Yeah.
boxing. I've seen, the majority of it, but I'm not super invested into it. I'm pretty sure you have a lot more knowledge there. So
Yeah.
like, do you think it was natural? Do you think there was some baloney or
I
like,
think
because a lot of people have been arguing about the transparency of it,
this is what I think. I think Anthony. never took Jake seriously. He saw how much money he was going to make against someone that is just far below the level he'll ever that he that he was at his best, and even now
Yeah.
what occurred is that he was toying with Jake at the beginning. Yes, he was getting a little
Okay.
frustrated, and as soon as he said, "You know what, I'm done," we saw what happened. It took him a round and
We
a
saw
half
what
to.
happened. Yeah.
It took him a
Okay.
round and a half to drop him over multiple times. He dropped him, and I'll say this: Anthony didn't even use his full power. He was hitting him hard. He was putting it on him a little bit. He was not fighting
Yeah.
the way he fought, for example,
So,
Alexander
so it's still
Usyk.
a takeaway from Jake,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, that just shows
Because
like
no matter
Jake.
how you perceive it or view it,
Yeah,
some people say there's no way like Jake is that good, or some people say nah he is that good and Anthony struggled. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think
he did
Anthony
not
would have.
struggle. Yeah,
I just yeah no I don't know
he
like
just
yeah
wasn't putting in
like if you
effort
really
at the beginning.
analyze it
Yeah,
yeah like like what the narrative you're getting at, that makes a lot more logical sense.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because if you really analyze it, the whole time he was technically still in control, right? Yeah,
yeah.
like he's
He was
fucking
never in
around,
danger.
whatever.
Never,
I'm not
never.
saying he's yeah, never put yeah. And then if anything, like you brought up before, like 10 minutes ago or 5 minutes ago, he even ate one of his. He's like, you know what?
He
Let me
didn't
just
even
test
feel
it.
it.
Fuck it, yeah,
Yeah, he
right.
didn't
And he
feel it.
took that hit, like faced on. It did it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was like, okay, cool. And then he just started. He's all right. Now let's turn the switch. Boom. Let's fuck him up now. And
he
then he
went
got rid of
from
him. You know, like
yeah round
and
one. I would
yeah. And
say
Jake was exhausted.
he
He
was
wasn't
fucking
tired.
exhausted.
That's the
Yeah, he
thing
was not.
too.
He was not tired at
Jake
all.
was he couldn't
Yeah,
even stand.
he
And
didn't even
Anthony
breathe.
was just like,
Yeah,
yeah, that was
I would say this:
so
Jacob.
like there's an endurance discrepancy,
Yeah,
there's a
huge
striking
discrepancy.
discrepancy, there's an
Weight
endurance
discrepancy,
like
power
there's just
discrepancy. Yeah,
it's just not like that's what I'm saying.
no.
Like from and mind you, I don't even know boxing like that,
Yeah,
but
it's
just
very
from like
apparent.
me watching that, it was
Yeah.
apparent to me. Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen
so
many guys fight
yeah,
over my life. At the beginning, Anthony was maybe using 10 to 20%. By round 4 or 5, he was, I'll
yeah,
say this, he never used 100%. He would have knocked Jake out cold if he did. He probably used about 60 to 70.
yeah.
He's like, all right, let me end this. That's basically all he did. There was no
Oh, and he broke
scripts.
Jake's jaw twice,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah, and that was honestly
Broke
that
his
was
jaw.
I don't think that was his full power. I don't think that was Anthony's full power either. I think he hit him hard, but he wasn't trying to like fucking kill him. So I think that's just how hard he hits. When
Yeah.
a heavyweight champion hits you, even if it's
Yep.
70%, you're gonna get injured. It is what it is. It'd be like fucking George Foreman
With
hitting you
gloves on too,
with
man.
gloves
Like
on.
that dude
Yeah,
has boxing gloves on and he's doing that much damage. Like that's
that's
just
his AP
crazy.
right there. That's fucking AP, literally. His AP is just far
Like
superior to
imagine with
Jake's.
no gloves,
Oh yeah, he'll kill
just
somebody.
straight on like
Yeah, he's world class. I knew from the beginning. First of all, you can't pay someone off like Anthony Joshua. He's too prideful. He's too famous. He's already rich. You're not gonna
yeah,
pay him off with fucking to take a fall against someone like Jake Paul. It's ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying corruption
yeah,
doesn't exist in boxing because it certainly does, but it's not going to be with someone like Jake Paul. It's going to
yeah,
be
yeah.
dirty promoters.
No.
It's going to be maybe fighters that throw in a fight because and these guys aren't as rich as someone like Anthony. Maybe they're struggling and they say, "Hey, I
No.
want you to throw this fight and I'll pay you double." That has happened, I'm sure, in boxing history, but they're not going to lose to someone like fucking
Oh
Jake
yeah.
Paul. Fuck no, that's just not going to happen. Um, it was what I
Yeah.
expected. It was what I
That's what I'm
expected.
saying, like, like
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, so overall, like, I don't really think there is any integrity issues or
No,
like
not at
any I
all.
think it's more of just like what you're leaning on, like Anthony was just kind of playing with his food, you know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I got this, like whatever, I'm gonna have fun with it, and then I'm gonna end him,"
Yeah.
he did it in all kinds of crazy ways. Like the fact that he literally let him hit him with like that's just insane.
Yeah.
That's like Madara, like when
It's moderate,
Madara like
literally.
gets the hit from Anoki's particle style. Yeah, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I wanted to show you
Yeah, literally. He's like, bitch, you
that."
thought you had it.
So now I'm gonna fuck you
Yeah.
up. This,
Fact. That's literally what happened.
yeah,
That's literally
right.
what happened.
So
That basically what I expected is what happened.
yeah.
Also the Andrew Tate fight. Okay, we'll get into that. Andrew Tate, I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna lie. I'm
yeah,
not gonna lie. It was a disappointing performance. Yes, he's 30
yeah. It looked
something.
bad.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
it
yeah,
looked
like
bad.
I'll give him this. He's old. He hasn't fought I think the last time he fought was like 10 years
Yeah,
ago, like professionally. But that's not acceptable. The guy he
yeah.
fought, I'm just gonna be honest. He's a fucking retard. He's some dumbass retard that can't fight. So when that guy started hitting him and Andrew just seemed very sloppy, it was very surprising. It was very surprising. Did I expect Tate to just be like Mike Tyson? No, I didn't expect that. But I expected him. to
No,
beat
no.
this
We
this
expected a lot more than
a
that
lot more,
performance.
a lot more.
Like,
I expected more
you think it was an
slickness.
endurance issue too, or you think
Perhaps,
it age?
perhaps.
Was it like because he said it's his age,
It's a
endurance,
combination.
like
I think
fucking
I think he probably didn't train as hard as he did when he was broke. When you're broke, it's like Marvin
yeah,
Hagler said, RIP. It's hard to get up when you're sleeping in silk sheets. That's just a fact. It is what it is, and
yeah.
that's Tate. I guarantee he
He's
had a
also
hard.
been dealing with all that IRL shit
Yeah,
too.
all
Being
the
stuck in his house,
yeah
like
all the IRL shit. Yeah, all the personal problems and the amount of like pressure he has societally because of who he is as a character,
and
and
mental
it's just
fortitude's important. Like your
yeah.
mental is super important when you're getting into fights.
Yeah,
Like very important.
I think it was very
Like, and I'm
disappointing.
not trying to make excuses for him either. Like,
Yeah, no
don't get me wrong,
excuse.
we're
He
still
lost.
acknowledging like that it was
Yeah,
disappointing.
very disappointing.
He lost, like blah blah. But like but like what me and Jay are getting at was that necessarily like prime Tate or like what he actually should be able to do? Probably
Probably not.
not,
Probably
right? I
not.
mean,
Yeah.
that's what we're getting at,
The broke Tate
Right.
that was knocking people out, I guarantee would have a better performance than this one did. The older, rich, more settled. But it's still very disappointing. That guy chased him more, whatever the fuck the retard's name is. He could not fight for shit. He is shitty. He's sloppy. I'll tell you this right now. Jake would destroy Andrew Tate. He would fucking kill him. After seeing that performance, I have no doubt in my mind Jake would fucking kill him. It wouldn't be
Oh
honestly
yeah.
it probably wouldn't be competitive. And Jake's not no Canelo or no fucking Mike Tyson. It's just if that's
No,
how
yeah,
Tate
Jake would beat his
performed,
ass.
yeah, he
Yeah.
would get knocked out by Jake Paul. It is what it is.
Jake would beat his ass. But
Yeah,
Jake definitely has better endurance from what I've
better
seen.
power, better
He probably
endurance.
would hit harder too.
He's
Yep.
slicker.
Yep.
Like Tate did not look slick. He didn't look sharp. I don't know. No excuses. He looked like shit. It is what it is. He looked like shit. That guy cannot fight for shit either. The other guy can't fight for shit either, and he struggled against
Yeah.
him. It's like, bro, it's like Yamcha fighting fucking Tien or some
A
shit. I'm like,
Krillin.
bro, yeah, like Krillin. I'm like, bitch, you want to fight? Jake Paul is like Go. Not I wouldn't say Goku. Goku's like Mike Tyson, but it's like bitch, you're Yamcha and you want to fight like Kid Gohan or some shit. You're gonna get your ass whooped. This is not. You're not on the same level.
Yeah.
Not on the same level at all. So
Yeah, no, bad. It was really bad.
very disappointing. Um, that's all. That's all I could say. Honestly, I was at a loss for words. Honestly. Thoughts on the Avengers Doomsday trailer, dude? I cannot wait
I haven't
for.
seen it. I haven't seen it. Mhm.
Yeah, I saw some of it.
Yeah.
I saw this short clip where
You could
Steve.
talk about it. I don't
Yeah, the
care either.
basically
Yeah.
I saw a very
Yeah.
short one. I don't think I've seen the newest one, but I saw a very short clip of Steve Rogers holding his child when he was in his prime,
Oh shit.
implying that
Okay.
Steve will be in Doomsday. That's strange. There's two possibilities logically. It's going to be in the time period when he was with Peggy, when at the end of Endgame, when he goes back in time, he's like, I want to live with her and live my life with her. That
Yeah.
movie might take place during that period of time, which wouldn't make sense. I mean, I'm not gonna say there's a lot of
You wanna know
factors
what's
there.
you wanna know why it's weird, Jay?
Yeah,
Why it's really weird because a couple reasons. So first one, didn't he come back like to their time like super
old
old
as
as
shit.
fuck, right? And he
Yeah, old
gives
as
his
shit.
shield to Sam. Yeah, I mean, so it's like, yeah, it's like so like that and a lot like that's just weird, right? But
Yeah,
let's say we just disregard that. So it's like, yeah, like they would have to pull him at the time where he's obviously has a kid already, right?
yeah,
And then I guess that's the point in time where he's coming into like, you know, whatever, but it's just weird. And then like Sam, wasn't he supposed to be Captain America? Like,
yeah,
you know, he has the shield, so it's like what? Steve's just coming back and it's like, oh no, fuck you, bro. Give my shit. You know, like
yeah,
like
exactly.
what's happening?
It's a
So
little
like I don't know. It's a little
yeah,
weird with the narrative they're going, and then on top of it, like people are asking, like, what was the fucking point of Endgame, right? Like
yeah. A lot of
with how
people have
that
asked that
was,
question.
how they
A
did
lot
it
of
with
people.
Iron Man. With
Yeah,
so, like,
it's
I I don't know. Like, what do you think on all of it as a whole? Like dead
I
ass. Like
think
it
they
is really weird.
maybe I'm not gonna say they botched it because the movie isn't out, but it seems a little the
Yeah,
whole storyline seems at least from the trailer, that's all we can deduce is that it's a little discombobulated. It's kind of strange. It's a
yeah.
little bizarre because it kind of
People say it's desperate.
yeah it negates what happened in Endgame. Like why is Steve involved? Unless it's an alternate timeline or some sort of multiverse. Okay, it's different. But it's
Mhm.
bizarre the way they're approaching it. Again, this is just a trailer. We don't know shit. They're good at hiding shit.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but not the best trailer to begin to hype people up. Not like Endgame or Infinity War. Those were different. Those were like,
Yeah.
you know, of
Like
biblical
I'll say this,
proportions.
Jay,
Yeah.
like fucking like I guarantee Avengers Doomsday it's gonna be a great movie, right? It's gonna be a
Yeah,
lot of
guaranteed.
fighting, action,
Guaranteed.
a lot of goated interactions, a lot of unexpected characters being involved, the
Yeah.
whole nine, right? Like we're probably gonna see all kinds of crazy shit. I'm
Facts.
not doubting that, but it's just the narrative, like it's kind of like, bro,
It's
like
questionable right now, for sure.
it's questionable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like especially what we know so far. You know, so like that could be the only nitpick, but I'll say this: when the movie does come out and we do watch it, I don't think it's gonna be like where catastrophic, right? I don't think it's gonna
Yeah,
like
I highly
set
doubt
the
it. Highly
tone or
doubt
it's
it.
gonna fuck it up. No, it's still gonna hit crazy box numbers, box
Yeah.
office numbers.
It's
It's
inevitable.
still gonna because at the end of the day, even though this could piss people off, that will still bring the OGs to go watch it too.
That's a
Like for
fact.
anyone
That's a
that has
fact.
tapped out of Marvel and that has
Yeah.
given up on Marvel with all the bullshit that's come out recently, because let's be real, the only bangers Marvel has done so far was Spider-Man, No Way Home with Toby and Andrew.
Facts.
Uh, the other banger was the
Deadpool.
Fantastic Four,
Fantastic Four.
Deadpool. Yep,
Yeah.
Wolverine, Deadpool. Like those are
That
like
shit's
the only
gas.
bangers they've had,
Yeah.
and the Daredevil show, if you count that, right?
Facts. Facts.
And
Yeah.
everything else has either been mid, questionable, or fucking atrocious. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll say this: that it's definitely going to bring the OGs back, right? The original diehard Marvel fan audience and MCU audience. They're going to still go and watch it because they're like, "Oh shit, wait, Steve's come back, and Robert Downey Jr. is playing Duke. Bet that's you know what I mean." So like again, people are going to go watch it. It's going to be successful, but it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It's
again the narrative
questionable.
is questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Currently, it's questionable. They would have to uh, have the worst mistake of the last 10 years if they botched that movie. It's almost impossible to botch something of that proportion with that many,
yeah.
at least rumored appearances that we'll be seeing. So it'd be nearly impossible to botch that. If they do, the MCU's dead. That's all I got to say. If they botch that shit, it's over. DC might take over. Dead ass.
Yeah, DC is
Um,
just because
but
James Gunn is doing a good job. Speaking
yeah,
of DC,
Superman
he's
was
doing
solid.
good so
It was
far.
solid. Yeah, the movie
Yeah,
was
it was
solid.
solid.
Uh,
When I say it's like fucking Infinity War Endgame
oh,
level,
no, no, no,
fuck
no,
off.
no. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. When I
yeah.
say it's like, what I even say is it like fucking like even up there with like the Incredible Hulk or Iron Man
Probably
1
not.
or
Nah,
even or
nah.
Captain America Winter Soldier. I wouldn't even go that far, but
Yeah,
it
not that
was
good.
pretty good.
It was pretty solid. Yeah, it was pretty
It
solid.
was pretty good. I'd say at least to like qualify it within the realm of like how MCU was in the beginning. But
Yeah,
is it exactly there? No, but there's like some relativity. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's what I'm
facts,
getting at,
facts.
right? With
Yeah,
like it was decent.
it contends. Yeah,
I do like the comic death of it, where
I
like you
I
could tell
enjoyed
this
that.
Superman,
I
like
enjoyed that.
he's not broken, but he's definitely comic accurate, right? Like
Facts.
where he's using frost breath, like he's not even at full power, but he was using his frost breath to like blow away a fucking black hole. Like
That
that's
was
some shit.
impressive.
You
That
know what I
was
mean?
impressive.
Like
Yeah, that was impressive.
yeah, that's pretty crazy. And mind you, that's right after he's like suffered from kryptonite,
Yeah,
like for
kryptonite poisoning.
fucking
Yeah,
hours upon
that's
hours,
a
bro.
feat.
You
That's
know,
a
like
feat for him. Yeah,
yeah, like that's pretty insane. So like overall, like the movie was was good. The guy that played Lex Luthor, he did a phenomenal job. I thought he did great.
it was great. Yeah,
So it's interesting, and it definitely feels more like a New 52
facts.
Superman, like the younger, more arrogant, more emotional
Yeah,
Superman.
he's more raw.
Um,
He's not as mature yet.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Because like the Supermans we typically see across the comic storylines or just like even the animated TV show or movies, it's either the like historic like Captain America vibe
he's
Superman.
like
You know what I mean? Like
established.
oh,
Yeah, yeah,
light and justice. Yeah, he's
yeah,
yeah very mature, or he's like oh I'm here to save the day type of corny bullshit.
yeah.
You either see
Facts.
that Superman or you see the young like inexperienced emotional one, and that's what we
Facts.
have right now.
I
You know what I
like
mean?
that. I like that
Um,
approach. Yeah, it's
yeah.
different. It's different.
So yeah, it's different. It's cool. And then James Gunn also started with the whole Peacekeeper series.
That shit is
I
fire.
checked it out. I
Yeah,
saw it. It was amazing. Yeah, it
that
was
shit is
fucking
gas.
amazing. They did
Honestly,
it like
John Cena,
he could
he's a fucking
act.
actor.
He could
Yeah,
act, yes. Cause
yeah.
see, that's the thing. I thought he couldn't act, like
Me either. I
from what
never
I
knew he could act
heard,
that good.
the
I
whole
never
nine.
knew
Like,
that.
yeah, I was always like, oh yeah, he's just whatever, right? He's
I
kind of like he's kind of like Logan Paul trying to be a boxer, maybe
facts.
in
Yeah,
some
yeah,
bullshit,
yeah.
right?
He killed
But
that
in the
shit.
movie,
Yeah,
he's fucking insane acting.
yeah,
And mind you, like I'll say this, my wife, like she does not like John Cena or The Rock at all because she
yeah.
thinks they're like the same bullshit ass
The Rock
fucking,
is understandable a little bit. It's understandable.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it's always the same, what, like
same
she doesn't
trope.
think like they really
Yeah,
have, and like she'll knock him down, and there's a lot of people that are on the same page too.
facts. Yeah,
But
yeah.
but like with this show and Peacekeeper and whatnot, like even she like was like,
That
oh
shit is
shit, yeah,
raw. It was just
this one, yeah,
raw.
like
Yeah,
so like overall, like yeah, it's really good. It was
yeah. It was
very,
fucking
very good show. If
great.
you guys haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Very fucking good. It's a
Yeah,
way different tone
way
than
different.
Superman. Just giving an
Way
FY.
different.
Not yeah. It's way
Raw and
darker. There's
unedited.
nudity.
Yeah,
Think of the boys. Think of the
facts.
boys
Exactly like that.
basically coming into DC. It was, yeah, similar to
Facts.
that.
It's raw and
Um,
uncensored. Raw and
yeah.
uncensored. Yeah,
Yeah. So
exactly.
very good. They did a great job. And it honestly has me excited because then I delved into the other DC show territories where here's this is what's interesting. So James Gunn did an animated TV show on Max to where it's animated, but it's also in the DC verse. Like it's still
Oh, it's
the
fire.
IRL verse, but they just animated it instead. So like
Yeah,
you know how like typically when you have animated shit in IRL, they're in a separate universe, right?
yeah.
Like the
Facts.
animated is comic and IRL is just its own thing, right?
Yeah,
But no, they're not fucking doing that. Like instead, like even if they animate it, it's still part of like the movie that we saw with Superman recently with James Gunn.
smart.
It's the same fucking everything, which honestly, I'm fine with it. And
Yeah,
honestly, that's pretty dope and smart because you're able to get away with a lot more shit
yeah. You
or
can do
do
a
a
lot
lot more
more.
things, even
Exactly.
budget wise, and it
Facts.
could be fucking great. And the
Yeah,
reason why this TV show is important in relevance of us discussing DC is because we actually got the first look of Batman in the new DCEU, right, with James
facts.
Gunn, and
Yeah.
he looked fucking dope. It
He
was
looked
only
he
like
looked
one
fire.
moment we get to see him where he's like standing above looking at this motherfucker. He's like, and it's just the lightning classic Batman portrayal where lightning comes and you
Oh,
see
that's
him,
fire. Yeah,
so that's what it showed. Yeah, if you haven't, you could probably do a quick look up on YouTube. It's in Batman, James Gunn's Batman. You could type that, or you could
yeah,
do Creature of Commandos Batman. But either way, it was really cool, right? And he is basically like, oh, Bat's about to fuck this guy up, you know. And it
yeah.
was a villain that was like a gangster. He had like this weird atomic fucking fire abilities or some bullshit, whatever. But anyways, but yeah. So overall, like everything he's doing so far it's really, really great.
He's
He's
smart.
on the right
Yeah.
approach. Um, yeah.
Very
And so
creative.
like again, like they're doing good. And like Jay said, if we backtrack to when we're talking about Marvel, if Marvel doesn't get this shit right, uh, yeah, James is gonna take over.
Yeah.
Like the way he's going, he's setting up the right building blocks.
This will be the best chance DC
So
had to take over, and who knows how long if they botch Doomsday. If Marvel botches
yep,
Doomsday, we'll see though. What are your
yep.
thoughts on the current development of AI? So AI, here's the thing about AI that I think the way technology works in general. When technology was first birthed, first created,
Yep.
it evolved very slowly. Essentially, in mathematic terms, it's grown exponentially. So at the very beginning, it grows very slowly, right? It's very slow. Now, AI in just mere months is advancing tremendously. It's becoming tremendously more intelligent. You start to question the ethics there, especially with tools that have become very intelligent, such as ChatGPT. Then you got to question the people creating them. Is there an ulterior motive? But that's all different kind of worms. Start getting into politics and things like that. Is ChatGPT designed to lie to you? Is it instilled with an ideology? Is it not just simply pure objective based machinery, or is there some ideology embedded in that? Is there some ulterior motive embedded in the actual machine learning? We don't know. You have to be a computer scientist and you have to be able to look at the source code, right, to actually be able to deduce that. Is it possible? Absolutely. I think it's absolutely possible. I think when it comes to AI, you got to take it with a grain of salt when you're speaking about more abstract ideas or asking about more abstract ideas. I think AI in the next 5 years will be tremendously more intelligent than it is now. It's scary, but at the same time, fascinating. We'll just see how smart the higher powers are when it comes to AI. I think most people are
Absolutely.
tell
Yeah.
I think, and this is just me being an optimist, most people that are at a high position of power, not all of them, are smart enough to deduce that they should not give AI too much power because there's always
Oh
that
yeah.
margin of error, right? I'm not saying I'm not a conspiracy nut or anything, but there's a margin of error where the possibility of perhaps threatening AI existing exists. It's possible.
It become
Um,
hostile. Yep.
yeah, exactly. And then we'll have an iRobot event, so
Yeah.
literally in
Yeah.
real
Like
fucking life.
overall, like I feel like to simplify it, Jay, you hit it right in the nail.
Yeah,
There's pros and cons in everything. You know what
yeah,
I
of
mean? Like
course.
there really is. There's pros and cons in absolutely everything. Like Jay said, there's the beauty of it. Then there's the really scary, aspects of it, right? And like,
Yep.
or the problems that it could potentially create, or even the problems as of now. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was on like Facebook, I believe,
Yeah,
like a month ago, I think it was, and I saw like this clip, and it looked fucking legit. Like I thought I was actually watching like a legit IRL clip, right? And it was
yeah.
AI. Like that's the
Dang.
crazy part. It was AI,
It's
so
so
like,
good now. It's very
um,
good.
yeah, like it's getting to the point where like, basically it can put everything into question, right? And
Yeah,
that's where things can kind of be problematic, when it comes to integrity, to what's real and what's not, or especially like even to where it could be like disrespectful to people, like if
yeah,
you're using actors or if you're using, a rapper Tupac or if you're using like I don't know, some fucking famous chick celebrity and making her butt ass naked or some shit, like
yep,
there could
yep,
be a lot of problems, like
yeah.
so.
Problematic,
And then it
problematic.
draws the line of like what is okay, is this okay morally? Then it comes like to like what Jay said, the politic value of it, where like copyright or not, or so it's weird, man. Like and
Yeah,
like look
very
what
bizarre.
Drake did. Remember with the Drake and K Dot beef, where
Yep,
Drake was using AI. Like look how
yeah.
crazy that was. You know what I mean? Like
That's
so like
insane.
to the point where yeah, like it was we're dead ass hearing fucking Snoop and goddamn Tupac and that shit, and
Yeah,
it was Drake.
that was
So
crazy.
like
Yeah,
yeah, so
wow.
like overall, it's interesting. I'm gonna be real with you because I'm just a very paranoid person. I personally wouldn't want to be fucking around that area. Like, try to, like Jay said, like, don't overstep, right? Stick
Yeah,
to
you
what
can't.
you can absolutely control. Use it for good things, if most importantly. But it's just, I really hope they don't get to that point where they overstep, or they really take risks that they shouldn't. Because when we start fucking around with technology,
To that
or
extent.
AI, or just things we don't really fully understand,
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times, that's how problems arise. 9 out of
Yep.
fucking 10 times. Like
Throughout human
like
history.
there's a reason why, like, like I'll say it to this day. Like the oceans, we only have like explored what, like 3% or 5% of it, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
literally
Out
nothing.
of like 100,
Yeah.
like let's be real though, there might be a reason.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I wonder why,
Yeah. The
like
unknown.
so
The
again, like when it
unknown.
comes to shit we don't really know, like the brain or the ocean or space, et cetera, right? Like it's you gotta really be careful with those
Yeah,
things,
tread
man.
carefully. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, tread carefully.
it's a double-edged sword. Like it's kind of like the fucking Gates with Lee or Guy, right? Like you're either gonna be very successful with it, and there you go, you unlock something great, or you're gonna really, really fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're fucked. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to the unknown throughout human history, it seems that it's more logical to tread carefully, not just jump in, so to speak, because that's one thing, mistakes are made and mistakes can happen. It's just
Yep.
better to be careful. And I think human history has proven that.
And
Um,
especially with how advanced we are in technology, like
yeah,
like imagine our like nuclear codes, being fucked up and the whole like
yeah,
again,
being
there could be this could go wrong in many ways.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Have you read JJK Modulo? Yes, I have. I haven't read chapter 16. For you guys that don't know, I'm not going to spoil anything. It's essentially a sequel, I believe 68 years later after the events of JJK. I believe
yeah.
Yuta and Maki's descendants, their grandchildren, are the main characters, if I'm
Huh.
not mistaken. And it's an interesting concept. I'm not going to say much more because I'm going to spoil it for those guys that don't know what it is. I
I
definitely
heard it's
recommend
very
reading it.
boring though. Like it's a very slow start. A
Yeah,
lot of talking from what I've
it's
heard.
not. Yeah, that's a key difference. I would say it is much more slow paced than JJK was.
Yeah.
JJK was fast action, fast paced. You get
Yeah.
you get what you want quickly, quickly.
Yep.
Do I mind what's happening right now? No. Do I think it's good enough to continue reading? Absolutely. Um, it's a different taste, though. It's a different thing. But I highly recommend
I,
it for you guys.
from what I've also heard, Boruto did a way better job for a follow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
JJK and
If I had
whatnot,
to
way
compare,
better job.
yeah, I had to compare it,
Yeah,
it has so far.
yeah,
At least specifically with Modulo compared to Two Blue Vortex, I would say that I'd give the
yeah.
board to the nod. How do you think Jake Paul versus Francis Ngannou goes in boxing? Jake Paul will get absolutely murdered by Francis Ngannou. Now, I get why that question's asked because Francis got knocked out in the first round or the second round by Joshua, while Jake
Yeah.
Paul got TKO'd in the fifth. Here's the
But see,
difference.
but
Yeah, these
Joshua wasn't serious though. You
yeah,
know what
he
I
was
mean? Like,
not
yeah,
serious. Here's the
like,
difference. Anthony was trying against Francis Ngannou because Francis Ngannou has ungodly power and can knock out any man
yeah,
in the
like
world
that's
with
a guy
one
you
shot.
can't fuck around with.
No, hell no, hell no.
Like,
Think about this. Francis
yeah,
Ngannou arguably beat Tyson Fury, who's arguably one of the greatest heavyweights ever. That's Francis Ngannou versus Jake Paul, who did he knock out? Fucking 38-year-old Tyron Woodley, who's an MMA fighter. It's not. It's a
yeah.
whole different fucking level, dude. Francis Ngannou is legitimately, I can honestly say, world
Yeah.
class. I mean, if
And
he's
look at the patterns.
yeah,
Like, look at the patterns, Jay. Like every time Jake Paul has to go against an actual legit boxer, he loses
he
every
loses,
fucking
and
time.
this time
You know what I mean? Like,
he got
uh,
murdered. It was no question, no question this time.
yeah,
Like Tommy
yeah,
Fury ain't shit. I'm not gonna as far as world class, he's not shit, and he lost to him.
yeah.
Against Anthony, he got fucking butchered, butchered. Like it wasn't even a fucking fight. It was like a
And then not only that, that's not even fair. Like you can't like people also don't like some people know this. A lot of people know this, but some people don't. I'm just gonna put this out there. Like you
yeah,
can't put a UFC fighter in a boxing and
no,
vice versa. You can't put a boxing in a
actually past
UFC.
their prime.
It's not
Uh,
fair at all. It's a completely different fucking thing. It's
Different
not the
game,
same
different game.
whatsoever.
Yeah,
Different fucking game. Like if you like the only ones that could probably get away with it is like we're talking about like the best, so maybe like John Jones. If you put him in
yeah,
boxing, he could probably get away with it. You know, whatever
the very
things
best
like that.
strikers.
But you know,
Yeah,
but like I'm probably the best, right? But even then, like
they're at a
again, it's just
disadvantage.
such a different ball game.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not fair at all because if you put Jake or Logan in fucking UFC, they
they're getting
will
murdered,
get fucking
murdered.
mopped,
Yeah,
bro. Mopped, man. You know what I mean? So
and
like that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
And not
and
even by someone crazy
yeah, even a
either. It
mid tier would take him out.
could be like an average Joe.
Yeah, a mid tier would
You
take
know,
their
so
ass out.
like for like if Conor McGregor fought Jake or who was it? I don't remember. Was it Logan or Jake that Conor fought in boxing?
Oh,
Oh
he
no,
fought
or am I mixing up with someone else?
Floyd. Floyd
Like
fought Logan.
Floyd fought Logan. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And then Conor, but he did boxing too, right? Uh
he fought Floyd.
Conor fought Floyd. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's a little that's not really the same. Okay, 'cause that's fucking Floyd. But like Logan or Jake or whatever. Like it's just he's probably not gonna win that shit. But yeah, if you put him in in the UFC ring with Connor, he's gonna probably fucking maul them. You
yeah,
know?
he'll maul him for
Yeah.
sure.
So like that's the thing. Like people always forget that too. Because like again, like I'm not like Logan and Jake. Like they obviously like put in their time, right? They have the resources, they're training. You know, they got all these medical people to make sure their diet's good, the whole fucking nine, right? Like
Yeah,
so they're obviously investing into the right thing. So they're just like anything in life, you put your time into it, you work with it, you're going to be somewhat decent at it, right? So again, if you get someone that's in a whole other fucking field of something, they're going to have the edge. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So like,
exactly.
it's just
Yeah,
not the same.
it's not the same. It's not
So
equivalent. And a great example of a world class boxer that went to MMA and got murdered was only hardcore fans know this guy, James Toney. He was a fucking monster in boxing. He was. He went to MMA to the UFC. I think he fought Randy Couture. He lasted one round. He got kicked and he fucking gave up. He got destroyed, destroyed. And he's a
yeah,
world class boxer, like one of the best boxers of the generation. So it just shows the
yeah.
difference in the sports. It's completely different games. You can't
Or imagine fucking like a jiu-jitsu grapplist going into a boxing ring. You
exactly.
know what
They'll
I
get
mean?
fucking
Like,
murdered. They won't have a fucking chance. They don't have a fucking chance.
yeah.
Look at Dylan
So,
Dennis retarded ass. He fought Logan Paul, Logan's ass, and he got his ass whooped
yep,
by Logan Paul.
yep,
Logan Paul can't fight for shit. Like that's I mean, Dylan Dennis is a
yep,
fucking
yep.
joke. I think he's a
But
bitch,
but
but
yet, if you get like an
uh,
actual legitimate boxer,
yeah, Logan will get
an
fucked
average
up.
boxer, or a high end, Logan would get fucking destroyed.
Yeah, he'll get fucked
Yeah,
up.
like
Like even look at
so.
Jake against Anthony. He got fucking murdered, and he's a decent boxer, and he still got murdered. So,
Yeah.
um, There's a
Like you'd
room.
have to be like that rare exception, that
Yeah,
really extremely
a
1% rare
godlike
exception,
outlier.
yeah, like LeBron James, right? Like he went
Yeah,
from football to basketball, right? Like
he's a
that's an
fucking freak.
exception, right? He could just
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
Like,
he's like one
yeah,
in a million,
you
one in
know.
a million freaks of
So
nature.
yeah,
There's a rumor that
yeah,
Tobey Maguire might be in Secret Wars. I've seen that too. I hope that's true. How do you
yeah. I've
think?
heard all kinds of rumors. Yeah,
Yeah, so many
yeah.
rumors. Let's hope they're true. How do you think they'll introduce the Jogan in the manga? And my prediction is that we're gonna see it, perhaps.
That's a whole discussion. Yeah,
Yeah, if I had to
yeah,
guess, it'll be when Momoshiki takes over Boruto's body again. That's what I think. I might be
yeah.
wrong.
Because here's the
Yeah,
thing, Jay. I'm actually curious what you'll say to this because people were like losing their minds and arguing about this over Twitter that I saw like about a week ago.
yeah,
And they're like, "Oh my God, see, I told you, Joe Godden's not canon and blah blah and all this shit. You know, it says Bakugan and blah, and even like NC Hammer's on like that trope too. Like, there's some
yeah,
content creators that are on the same page. There's some people, normal people that are on the same page, and then you have the other spectrum of it, right? Where like, no, 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 like, hold up. You know what I mean, like, yeah, sure, this objectifies the fact that yeah, it's the Bakugan at this current moment, but it
exactly.
doesn't mean the Jogan can't still be a thing. Like,
Yeah, they act
and
like
honestly,
it's
like from like impossible,
yeah,
which is
exactly,
crazy,
exactly.
which is really beyond me and crazy, especially for NC Hammer because like you're talking about a fucking character that is literally like copying Kakashi's look with the scar, right?
Yeah,
The embodiment and copy and paste of fucking Sasuke's ninja way and like how he fights, right?
yeah,
Then also has like Minato abilities and similarities, being the genius, whatever. Then even has like the Naruto similarities, like when it comes to personality and whatnot. And then having like fucking Momoshiki instead of the nine tail, like, and then like the fucking karma, which is like basically the curse. Like Boruto is literally a mixture and fusion and combination of so many characters,
that's just a fact.
right?
Yeah,
Writing wise, personality, abilities, everything. And that's what makes him kind of really fucking cool and also scary because like this guy has it all. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
fucking and but yet people can just somehow, some way think it's not possible for him to develop the Jogan now because it's only been shown in anime, whatever, blah, blah, you name it. Like it's that's a little bit talking about again Naruto, where we had the Uchiha clan that went from the Sharingan to one Tomo, two, three,
Yeah, it's
then to
evolution.
MS,
Evolution.
then to EMS, then
Yeah.
to Renegon, then to like all this
Yeah.
shit, right? And it's
But
all connected to one thing. So what's
exactly.
to say Boruto doesn't go through the same evolutionary process where he starts from Bakugan, then he starts to whatever the next thing is,
Yeah,
right?
like
And then it's the next, and then Jogan. Maybe Jogan's the final thing, like the Renegon or some shit. Like you don't
exactly.
know. You know what I mean? So
It's
like
yeah, what it
it's a
is,
little
I
weird
think,
for people to do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's coming back to the idea of
Yeah.
the older OG fans of the Naruto verse not giving Boruto a fair shake because they romanticize Naruto and they have a certain disdain for Boruto. And because of that, they don't give Boruto the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the Jogan. They automatically conclude, oh, look, you guys are fucking wrong. Fuck you. I'm like, what are you talking about? There's evolution in ocular like abilities all the time. We saw that with the Sharingan. We saw that with well, even in
Like there's
abilities in
like
general.
Jay, like there's probability arguments. Yeah,
Exactly.
like there's probability arguments is what we're getting at. Like there is a high probability arguments subjectively that you can literally give and rationalize with, right? Based upon from seeing Naruto itself.
Literally,
Like,
it's evolution all the
like
time. Momoshiki, just for
uh,
this is the very first time Momoshiki has cooperated in the newest chapter. Spoiler alert! I mean, it's been out for a few days, but this is the first time Momoshiki has cooperated with Boruto and allowed him to tap into his own power, into the power of his own. So he's just getting used to using his abilities. He's not gonna be a fucking, he's not gonna be like KCM2 fucking Naruto right away. He's gonna take his time to have that chemistry with Momo. Now that Momo's willing to help him because he's
yeah.
realizing that the divine trees are, the Shinju are actually a threat. So
It,
that's basically what's
Jay,
happening.
you want to know what's even more crazy to it? Like, and here's another element of it, probability wise, right? If we're
Yeah,
making probability arguments and the whole nine and analyzing itself as a whole, you're also talking about fucking Boruto, the guy
exactly.
that can literally do whatever. Like he never
The
ever
prodigy.
ceases to like amaze us, or like he like bro. You're talking about a guy, and I'm pretty sure it's in the manga too. But let's say from my recollection with the anime, this motherfucker created 3 types of Raisingans, bro. He
Yeah,
he he applied the S rank fucking nature transformation shit
that took, mind you, Naruto like fucking way longer years to be older, to use all his shadow clones to like amplify the experience factor, like that would take a ninja, like remember what Kakashi said, like fucking hundreds and hundreds of years, but for Naruto it's just like, days or weeks instead because of the whole shadow clone shit he can
Exactly.
do.
Yep.
Like Boruto doesn't have that same benefit, yet Boruto was able to do what Naruto did in a couple days.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a
fuck,
prodigy.
just a raw, like he's even more of a genius than Minato, because
Yep. At this
Minato
point,
couldn't do that.
not even him.
You know what I
Not
mean?
even him.
Like not even fucking Minato. And Minato was no joke. Now I will say this: if Minato had more time, he would have accomplished it. I'm not
Yeah.
saying Minato wouldn't have been able to do the
Facts.
same, but
Yeah.
Minato was alive for a good point. He was the Hokage for a decent amount of time, right? So
Yeah.
like the fact that like again, Boruto is no fucking like this dude created the compressing Rasengan,
Legend. Yeah.
basically like a Shidori Rasengan, right? Then creates like adds wind to it, the vanishing no, not wind, lightning. Adds
Yeah.
that and he creates the vanishing Rasengan, which is basically the rising should lightning instead of wind, right?
Yep.
Like then he applied wind as well and made it like this weird green fucking like type, like bro, this dude is ridiculous. Like he even mastered flying Raijin.
That's fucking
That alone
crazy.
is
Not
like
even
a
Naruto did that
scarce
shit.
fucking thing. Yeah, not
Yeah.
even Naruto could do it.
That's
You know what I
wild.
mean? Like
That's wild.
not even Naruto, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and before you yell, be like, "Oh, well, Naruto could do it," but bull fucking shit. Because that motherfucker. Let's be real, yeah, because some people probably be like, "Oh, well, Naruto's just fast, right? Like he doesn't need it, whatever." No, that's not true. The flying Raijin allows you to do shit that you can't do with body flicker.
That's
It's a
facts.
space and time ninjutsu. Like
Yeah.
there's things no matter what, even if you can somehow get to that speed realm or whatever the fuck, right? With body flicker, it's not hacks though. Body flicker isn't hacks. It's just insane physical movement speed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
like overall, the flying Raishin is still going to be the only thing that allows you to get out of fucking dimensions and shit.
Yep.
Fuck the whole nine. No matter what, it will always be way more relevant than body flicker. There's a
Yeah.
reason why
Overall
Boruto
superior.
mastered it,
Exactly.
like or,
Yeah. You wouldn't
or
have mastered
learned
it if you
it,
didn't need
right?
it. Yeah.
Because like
It
it
would have
has
been
its perks and but
trivial.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, like and the fact you can mark shit, you can like it's fucking broken, right?
Yeah.
So if anything, with all, especially with like Naruto, like having the shadow clones, all this shit, whatever, you can argue either Naruto just couldn't fucking do it, right? Or what's it called? Naruto was just maybe he was being arrogant, right? And he thought he just didn't need it, whatever. But overall, point being said, like Boruto has always done things that is just like what the
He's an
fuck, you know what
outlier.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
yeah, literally,
Prodigal.
he's the outlier, right?
Yeah.
Like he just accomplished whatever, and then now so mind you, he has all this shit, all this rising gun shit, and then he also masters everything Sasuke gave him, like
Literally.
everything.
Literally. Like in a year.
Purple lightning, like
Yeah.
bro, that took Kakashi his whole
His whole
life
fucking life to
to create
master
it,
that.
and Boruto does it in a couple years, a time
That's
skip of two
crazy.
years.
That's crazy work.
Like,
Yeah,
dude,
he's
like you think Heavy Sasuke's growth was crazy, or this guy's growth? What? No, Boruto takes it to a whole other fucking level.
so yeah.
So like again, like you're talking about a guy where the sky is you know what I mean? Like
It's a limit,
it's
man.
endless,
Yeah,
right?
it's endless, endless.
So like there's so much like evidence and probability arguments wise to where like yes, it is absolutely feasible and absolutely possible that this guy can awaken the Jogan, right?
Yeah,
For
it's
X and Y Z reasons, man.
yeah, exactly. It's
Like,
very obvious. He's a prodigal talent.
oh,
Gotta go to work. Stream again. Yeah, we'll be back.
oh
We're
yeah.
back. We're back. Thoughts on the Epstein files? So here's the thing about the Epstein files that makes the truth a very complicated point of I guess outcome to reach. It's inevitable. I have to say this, and I try to be optimist, but this is
Yeah.
just the truth. It's inevitable that the higher powers that are known as the government, it's inevitable that some individuals within that body, within that entity, is culpable and is probably committed criminal acts because of what Epstein provided to very famous people. It's inevitable. It's unfortunate. So I do think it's more than likely that we'll never get the full files. I do think there will be things that are redacted. In fact, a lot of what has been released recently has been redacted, and I think there's a reason for that because people that have higher power don't want to expose or incriminate themselves or others that benefit them Now, obviously, the big bad wolf is Trump. Do we think Trump is culpable? It's possible. It's very possible. I'm not gonna say it's impossible. I hope not, because that would just bring this country to shame if he is, culpable for being a pedophile. I hope not. I do almost 100% guarantee that there are individuals in government, whether it's Trump or not, that are guilty of pedophilic acts because they were in affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein. I do think that's the truth. I just think it's inevitable almost at this point. I'm almost 100% positive that that's the case. And I don't think we'll ever get the full files unless we get like some kind of, fucking George Washington in office, just the purest guy ever, and he's like, "Fuck it, release it all." I think we'd have to get that kind of character in
You know what's
office.
crazy with it too,
So
though, Jay?
yeah,
Like even the FBI are like, yeah, nah, we don't want to show this
the
shit and
facts.
blah blah
Like
blah. It's
I don't understand that. I do
like
not
what?
understand that. That
Like
makes no
that?
sense to me.
Yeah, it's a little
It, it
weird,
it's
man.
very strange. It's
Yeah.
very suspicious.
Yep.
It's almost illogical not to release that to the public if you're a good person. What is the problem? Like, why is there this bureaucratic red
But
tape?
like the only thought process I can maybe see them have is like, oh, like defamation, like to where like if they're like in it for some reason around, like therefore now
Right,
people are gonna try to like paint so all these kinds of narratives or conspiracy, whatever, blah blah. But see, like, sure, that's fine. I can get the downfall of that to put
right,
people in
yeah,
some type of bad light when they're necessarily not that, right? They were just somehow involved in some form or capacity or way. But at the same time, that's like the idiots are gonna fall for that, right?
yeah.
Like
Only those
obviously
dumb
people that
people,
use their fucking
dumb
brains,
people.
we're gonna
Yeah,
go off what we actually see and can read, right? You know what I
yep,
mean? So like
yeah,
all because they're in it doesn't necessarily mean they actually did ABC crimes, right? You know?
exactly,
So like
exactly.
again, like so, and that's where it gets to what Jay is basically getting at, like what's the harm and foul in it, right? Like if it's like they're deliberately or objectively being shown to do, we just want to know, just know all the info, right? And just have some transparency and know who what is actually going on with it, who did what, and so on and so forth, and just get more clarification. I
Yeah,
don't see, like again, I don't see any harm at all in obtaining truth, right?
yeah,
Because people deserve to know the truth at the end of the
yeah,
day. And that's what technically America's supposed to be about, the truth, right? Liberty, truth, freedom, justice for
exactly.
all. So
Yeah, practice what you
it
preach.
is a little weird.
Uh,
Yeah, it is very weird that they're
Very
not
bizarre. Yeah,
showing that information.
when
Like it
Rogan
is
had
weird.
the FBI director on, even he was confused. Like, what? I don't understand. Like, why is this being hidden? Why is this being kept from the American people? I do not understand that. And he tried to like give him the runaround, like, oh well, there's a lot of classified information. And I'm like, bro, there is criminal acts.
Classified what?
Yeah, like, what
What
are
do
you
you mean?
talking about? Like,
Classified. Like you're acting like this is a
bullshit.
fucking World War II or
Like
making the
nuclear launch
nukes
codes or some
or I
shit.
don't know something.
Yeah,
Yeah, or you're acting like this is like something that's actually like you can't talk about for actual like legit reasons. Like
it's some
the
bullshit.
fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
This is somehow involving kids and criminal
there's
acts and
children
kids.
involved. It's not.
Classified? What do you mean
Yeah.
classified?
Not
Like
acceptable. Not acceptable. It,
no.
it's nothing's perfect, but the American people deserve to know.
It's a
Uh,
very convenient fucking semantics for them to use. You
yeah,
know what I
it's
mean? Like,
bullshit. Giving
and so
people
on
a
and so
runaround. Yeah,
forth. Like, it's bullshit.
bullshit.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on IRL streamers like Nina Lynn? Isn't that Nina Lynn that like that bitch that like got banned for like shoplifting and stuff? She's brain rot, dude. That
Oh,
shit is a girl like that is brain rot content. Fuck. I don't watch bitches like that. Fuck that shit. Most of the streamers that are like that, they don't deserve where they are. People that are W streamers, let me give you some
oh,
W streamers. I show
oh
speed,
yeah. Here we
W,
go.
W. I'll probably
Yeah.
say Aiden Ross most of the time, W. Kai Cenat, a fucking legend. Um, who else is a fucking dub? Fucking even some females like I'd probably say a cool female streamer would be like what's her name? Cena. She's cool. She's actually entertaining.
Yeah.
From what I've seen. I don't watch any of these people, by the way, but they're cool. Um, that's another cool female. Uh, Sarah Safari isn't bad. Sometimes she can kind of thirst trap sometimes, but she's cool. She's entertaining.
See, the bad part, the hard part about female streamers is a lot of them are actually either exposed to doing some fucked up shit, or
Facts.
they're just fucking weird, and they basically got their success with like no talent at all, right? Just
Facts.
because they're
Traction.
beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And it just virally was convenient at the moment that they arised at. So like,
Yeah, it's facts.
that's kind of the part. Like, while in comparison to the guy streamers. like they either earned it because they're extremely gifted at something they were doing that
Entertainment,
they're streaming,
entertaining. Yeah,
or they're just that fucking entertaining and
yeah, like an eye
hilarious,
show
right?
speed.
Like
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but I haven't seen I and who knows, maybe it's the algorithm or maybe it's lack of knowledge or whatever. But I've never seen a female streamer that like I was like, oh shit, this bitch is actually really fucking talented, or oh shit, like this bitch is actually really entertaining. You know what I mean? Like
facts. Yeah,
I've never seen me personally. I'm not saying they're
yeah,
not out there,
yeah.
but like typically that's why I always at least know of the male streamers
There's
and whatnot because
yeah.
there's a lot of good ones of them.
There's literally
So
OF whores that become famous streamers. That's ridiculous. Like these OF
yeah, yeah,
bitches
yeah,
pretend that now they're pure and they start streaming because they're attractive and they're fucking whores. They gain traction.
yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous. And I'm not gonna blame them. I blame the simps that are watching and paying their pockets. That's fucking ridiculous. You guys are simps.
That's
You should be
society.
ashamed of yourself and you should get in the gym and get in your villain arc and stop fucking watching these whores. Dude, that's crazy work. First of all, you got to watch people
Yeah,
that actually help you or actually entertain you. Not these fucking whores because they're attractive.
yeah.
There is a huge simp problem in the West. That's just I'm not gonna get into it.
Speaking of fucking streaming and whatnot, though, the Game Awards. I don't know if you ever heard about that or like
Oh
everything
yeah,
that happened.
yeah, yeah.
Apparently, Expedition 33 fucking swept. Mind you, I haven't played that game. I
I
have
haven't
not
played it
played
either.
it.
I've heard of it, but I haven't played it.
Um,
I haven't played it.
yeah, but it, like that's first time in history has a game like just fucking
That's
slam. And
wild.
there was some crazy titles in there too, like
Yeah,
Ghost of the fucking like
that's
that crazy
wild.
game. There's a lot of good shit that was competing, yet they slammed.
That's
They
crazy.
fucking
Like, and there's
slammed.
been some great games in the past that not even they did that. That's crazy. Like, The Last of
Yeah,
Us,
I'm
GTA
saying so
5, like
like
that's insane. That's a hell of a fucking feat,
so
if I'm being honest.
you know what's crazy about it? Like it has me so intrigued to where like I'm actually like at a certain point I'm gonna stream it and make content on it, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna stream Expedition 33 and I'm also gonna stream the other games that were competing against it. And I'm gonna like make my own basically my own statement whether if it was legitimate or not, or if it was just some
Yeah, or some
overrated
bullshit.
bullshit,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, exactly.
some yeah, because this like I'm like wait a minute now I gotta figure this shit out because you guys
Like
know me like I
to
play a lot of
sweep, that's
games when I
wild.
can and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this sweet like never has happened ever in any gaming rewards competition ever.
That's
So yeah, I'm
crazy.
very intrigued.
It must be.
Yeah,
It better be a hell of a game to be doing that. Um, what's
yeah,
oh, I heard the Fortnite. Wait, oh my bad, I skipped one. Bro, I think Jake careers might be over. Jake literally split his jaw. I think Jake said he's done. That might be a fake statement or someone made that up, but I think somewhere he said he's done, and
yeah.
I
No,
think he should be. I think he should be.
there's been a lot of fake statements. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's been a lot of fake statements out there, unless it's like tweeted by Jake
by
himself
Jake.
or
Yeah,
like from an actual confirmed source. I wouldn't trust anything you're seeing out there, guys. 'Cause I've seen all kinds of weird shit,
yeah.
all kinds of weird shit. Where I saw even posts where like it was like, oh, quoting Jake, wow, Joshua, why'd you not follow the script and blah blah, like that
That's
was weird. All this weird,
bullshit.
like I've seen a lot of weird shit. Yeah,
That's some
like so I'm
bullshit.
telling you guys, like,
Uh,
unless they're actually tweeting it or the words are coming out of their fucking mouth,
yeah,
okay, don't be falling for that. But like to what Jay was saying, like with how fucked up he did get, yeah, he probably shouldn't be continuing that
I agree.
anymore.
He shouldn't do it
You
again. There's
know,
no reason. Like, I
yeah,
get it. He wants to be the
like
center
he's
of it.
rich,
Yeah, I get he
like
wants to be
yeah,
the center of attention, but at what cost, man? At what cost? You know what I'm saying? Like your
yeah.
health, like your
Like you
fucking
want to fuck up
brain.
your brain and shit,
Yeah,
like and
exactly.
what, like no,
He's gonna end up
like
like,
what Jake is it under like what Jake and Logan. No, my bad, brother.
oh, you're
Fucking
good.
like Logan, went kind of the right way.
Yeah,
Like
at least it's scripted.
WWE, that's a
That's
safe bet,
scripted.
right?
That's scripted. Yeah,
Yeah, it's scripted. Yeah, it's safe. Like whatever. Like, but Jake, he's trying to like get in the trenches, and what you
like
guys got to
with
understand
champions.
is the people. Yeah, like you're talking about motherfuckers that this was their only way out, right?
Exactly,
This was
exactly.
their only way, their life from day one, right? You know what I mean? Like,
In
so like
poverty.
it's just a whole other ball game, and that's why, yeah, they came from poverty too. Like that's why, like to them, it's different, right? Like to where they have nothing to lose. That's why they were willing to go through all the fucking medical, conditions and cons and like how fucked up their either their brain is or their body,
Exactly,
whatever, the
exactly.
whole fucking nine, right? Like unless you're John Jones or Anthony Joshua or like some extremely talented person,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, then you may not like suffer like the same amount of significant damage a typical fighter would face. But if you're an average fighter, you know what I mean, or even like
Tell,
the low
man.
tier fighter, you're
Tell.
gonna go through hell
Yeah,
in
it's
that
horrible,
shit,
man.
bro.
I've seen it. I've seen
So
guys that have
yeah,
never been the
and
same.
Jake, he's average.
Yeah, he'll
Like
never be
he's
world
average.
class.
That's what I'm getting at. Like right, like he'll never because again, Jake didn't come. He didn't come from a point where he's like, oh, this is my only way to make it in life, or this is all I got, or I've been doing this since I was in fucking diaper. Like no, he
Nah,
came
hell
from a
no.
dude where he was on, social media, right? He got big off that, whatever things
Wealthy,
went for him,
wealthy.
behind the cameras the whole time, wealthy from the fucking get go. Okay,
Facts.
as an adult, okay,
As an adult.
it's not the same.
No,
It's
it's
not the
not.
same, man. You
It's
know
just
what I
you'll
mean?
never
So
be.
like, yeah.
I've personally seen guys that this is all they had. You know, that's all they have in this life is
Yeah.
making it out,
And,
fighting.
and Jay,
You know?
that's different. You know what I mean? Like when
Yeah,
that's all you have, and that's your crutch or to lean for your success, you're in a whole other realm of like mental fortitude and
that's
just like
facts.
it's just way it's different, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't
it's
know how
your
to really
life.
explain it, but
It's your
like yeah,
life.
you're built. Yeah, yeah. It's
It's,
not. Good
yeah, it's
luck. Good luck
win or
beating
die
that.
trying.
Good luck.
Exactly. Beating like a prime Tyson or someone like a Ali in his prime, or that's a whole different beast. That's
But
you'll
like
never.
here's another thing. Like think of of an 18-year-old, right? When you're 18, you're
Yeah,
eligible to join the military.
yeah,
Think of an 18-year-old where their only out in life was the military, right? Like the
exactly.
only way to make money,
That's all they
be
know.
independent, whatever, and that's all they know. And they went into either the army or the Marines, whatever the fuck it is. You can't fuck with that, right? I mean, like let's say
Yeah,
you're a grown ass dude in your 30s or 40s, you know what I mean? And you try to do the same, you're not going to be on that same level, that
never,
same knowledge, that
never.
like sure, can there be rare exceptions? Yeah, but that's rare as
Very
fuck.
unlikely. Yeah, very, very
You
unlikely.
I mean,
It's
so
just
like if we're talking in general, consistency wise, it's not the same, right? That's their shit, that's their baby. They're gonna be on a whole other fucking playing field.
yeah,
Don't you just know, like you know what I mean? Like you either got to start doing something super early, right?
yeah,
Okay, or you got to pray to fucking God you're that prodigy exception.
exactly.
Like
It's
so
just obsession. Obsession beats talent
yeah,
almost
this is
every
not the
time.
same.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
heard that Naruto's a new episodes of Naruto being released next year. I've heard that too. I hope that happens. What's an underrated fast food chain? Underrated? Underrated fast food chain. That's a good question, actually. Um, underrated. Maybe like my opinion, obviously. I feel like Jack in the Box is pretty good. Not bad. Maybe underrated. I'm not saying it's peak, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's pretty good. I think it should be spoken about more. Um, I thought Jake would pay AJ to finish him with a body shot. Hey man, he should have after what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have. Have you read Kagurabachi? I heard it takes a lot of inspo from Naruto. I've heard of it, but I've never read it. Have you seen Code Geass? Peak anime. Another one I've heard of that it looks peak. I need to watch that too. Should the
Oh, and
boys?
that just reminded
Yeah,
me, Jay, too,
yeah,
to before we move on, that's another way, like, to just like try to get people to fuck off with the whole fake or script thing with Jake and blah blah. Like, it's to the point where it's like, you really think that dude's gonna fucking script and go through a whole thing of breaking his jaw twice
yeah. That's a bullshit, man. That's a bullshit.
and bleed and all that blood in his mouth and to the point where he couldn't even fucking walk, like you know what I
Yeah,
mean, or
that's
nothing. Like,
crazy.
nah,
You know what's the
that's
funniest
real,
was
bro. That's not
yeah,
fake.
not to laugh about this,
And
but
like and for the finishing shot to his face too, like
yeah,
come on,
like the dumbest one I've
come
heard to
on.
this day still, and not to laugh about this because this was almost a tragedy. When Trump almost got shot, people thought
Yeah.
that was scripted. Like you're telling me he paid some fucking retard to pretend to almost kill him? Like he's gonna take that risk with some dumb fucktard that tried like that guy's not a military guy. He was just some fucking retard that wanted to kill him. You're telling me he paid him off?
Hey, it was
Yeah,
for
it's like
political value.
he
They did fake blood.
yeah, it's like, bitch, his ear was hanging off. Like, what are you talking about? He paid him to shoot him in the fucking ear? Like, that's fucking retarded, man. You need some fucking help if you actually think that bullshit. Like, bro, you're coping. That's major cope.
There was people doing hand signs and
Yeah,
looking a certain way.
it's so retarded. And then people actually died. Like, you're telling me Trump said like, "Oh, kill that firefighter." Like, the fuck are you talking about? That's crazy, dude. That's
Yeah.
Some people got some fucking issues, man. You need God in your life. That's all I gotta say.
Speaking of IRL shit, did you hear about the fucking Candace Owens and Charlie
Oh
Kirk's wife showdown that's been going on?
yeah,
Like
I saw that.
all
Actually,
that where they're trying to get
speaking
to
of
the
that,
truth and
I need to.
like
I
there's
think
both
they.
sides.
I might
Yeah.
be wrong, but I think they did an interview like together. I might be wrong about that, where they spoke to each other. I think Candace brought her on. Let
Yeah.
me see if that's
Yeah.
true. I haven't even seen this. That
Was it in
reminded me.
private or public?
Actually, I hope it was. I hope
I
it
don't
was
know.
in. I hope it was in public. But let me see. I definitely gotta watch
Mm.
that if it's true. Oh no no no! It
But
was in
yeah.
private. It was in private. It said Erica and I sat down. Here's what happened. So
See,
she
that's
wasn't.
sus.
Yeah,
That's
that is a little
sus.
sus.
Why is it
There's,
private?
yeah. It. Let me see. Let me see this
Yep,
video. Did
and
she
here's the
actually
build up.
show it?
Like what the build up was today, the context is Candace is like, we need to talk about this, whatever, blah blah, yada yada yada. You want to talk about this shit, whatever, so on and so
Yeah.
forth. But I literally have facts. I have things that I can prove. So if you're lying to me and you don't answer truthfully, I'm going to show the truth and I'm going to expose you basically with like
Facts.
literally objective fucking evidence is what she was getting at.
Yeah.
And so then like she got scared. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm willing to talk to you, whatever, but let's do it in private. And that I'm like, wait a fucking minute.
That is a little
I'm like,
bizarre.
wait
Yeah.
a minute.
It's a little bizarre. Like
Yeah.
it was such a big
So I
deal,
don't know.
but then here's two possibilities, three possibilities. One, Candace didn't want to be public. Two, Erica didn't want it public. Three, they both didn't want it public. Either way, I just wish it was. So it would clear the air on all this. It would have been a very interesting conversation, I'm sure.
But you see, it's a little weird
Yeah, very bizarre.
on Candace's area too, because she's been all about like public knowledge, the truth, the whole
Yep.
nine. But yet
Yep.
she was willing to accept. I'm sorry, but like if I was in her shoes, I'd be like, no, I don't want this shit being fucking private.
Yeah, because you
It
can
needs
make
to be
fake
public. This
narratives.
is
Yeah,
important, right? This should be important to you, right? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
yeah,
It should be.
like what the fuck?
Absolutely.
Like, I don't understand that shit.
Yeah, that was a little
Yeah,
bizarre.
So I don't know.
Candace has been on this
Yeah.
sort of and I get it. She had a pregnancy and she's female. Not to make that an excuse. She's been on a little bit on an emotional
Yeah.
tirade lately. I know
Yeah.
there was this huge tweet that blew up where she said, I forgot what country. It was a leader for some country that threatened her life, and she
Oh,
posted it. She said like, oh, I forgot it was like someone from France or some country. I'm not gonna butcher it, but she said, oh, this person threatened my
bro.
life, and I'm gonna make this public. I just want you all to know,
Yeah.
in case I die, that this national leader threatened my life. I forgot what country, but she's okay. I'm
That's
sure she's
crazy.
yeah, and and
Yeah.
a lot of people said it was true. So it wasn't like she was bullshitting. That's insane if that
Yeah.
was the case, and I'm glad she's okay. Um, but yeah, it seems like she's been through the ringer, like all the shit that she's had to deal with, and that's
Oh
tough
yeah.
mentally, especially for a woman that's had multiple
Yeah.
children and postpartum. I'm sure it's hard. It's hard, and I'm glad she's okay though. She's very intelligent. I'll say this about Candace Owens, one of the few high profile female influencers that's legitimately world class as far as
Yeah. She's legit.
articulation. She's legit,
Yeah, she is.
legit. She
Yeah,
can
she is. She's
actually,
legit. She don't fuck around.
nah, she can go with the best of them when it comes to rhetoric. She's very intelligent. One of the few that I've seen.
Um,
It's
and yeah, and then and you can't bullshit her on her either. Like
hell no.
she
She's
don't
too
play
intelligent.
around.
She's too. I've
Like,
seen her. I've seen her like
um,
fucking slam multiple people that are intelligent in a debate before. Intelligent
yeah, and
people.
see,
So,
here's the thing too that's crazy about it as well with her, Jay. Like, what's even more crazy is the fact that like another common variable is the FBI were also involved in this whole situation with Charlie Kirk, whatever, blah. Yet,
yep.
and again, they're like not releasing information.
Facts.
Like they're just not.
That's some bullshit.
Like,
That's some bullshit. And I think,
it's really weird. And
yeah,
Candace is like, I don't understand why you guys won't.
yeah, it's very bizarre. The logic
Like,
behind it is questionable. Like, what's going on? There's just ulterior motives that higher powers don't want to admit to. So they use these runarounds, with the Epstein files, with Kirk's assassination, with all this bullshit, and it makes people lose
yeah.
trust in the overall governmental body. It's very unfortunate.
And Candace is not putting up with that shit. That's what she's
No,
been against this whole time and like trying to expose the whole night, whatever blah. And so like again, shout out to her.
yeah,
I think she's doing the right thing, trying to get the truth and shit.
overall, she's done a lot. Yeah, she's saying what has to be said. No one's perfect, but she's done a very good job trying to expose the lack of, I guess, information we're given. I completely agree with
Yeah.
her on that.
And the things that just don't make sense, like loopholes or
Yeah,
fucking
bullshit. It's
you
bullshit.
know, or contradictions, like yeah.
Yeah, and I think
So
the truth is important, and we all deserve to know it, especially when it comes to things of national concern, which Kirk was. And Kirk was a nationally recognized individual. So it's very bizarre. Same thing with Jeffrey Epstein. Those files, we're all aware of it on a national level. I think we deserve to know what the fuck happened and who should be held accountable. It's fucking, it's very black and white. I don't understand it, but we'll see where
yeah.
these things head. But um, let's see. Have you read? I just read that. Sorry about that. Should the boys get a sequel series? I think I love the boys. So I'll say keep it going. But I believe
Yeah.
the next season is the final season. The only thing I could think of would be Ryan growing up, Homelander's son. Him growing up, some other shit there. There's some potential there. I don't think there's a problem with
Yeah, I
that.
could see that.
I could see that
Yeah.
as well. Wouldn't mind it, but hey, Homelander is that guy. Soldier Boy is that guy. Huey, those are the guys. So it's gonna be hard. Kind of like with Boruto, for example. When we get sequels, we romanticize the prior narrative. That's just the way humans are. We have this emotional appeal to what we're familiar with, and what we're familiar with is Naruto, The Boys, Dragon Ball. Like we're familiar with what got us in the game in the first place, and that's just
Yeah.
human nature. But sometimes sequels succeed. Look at Boruto now. Look at I'm sure some more examples out there. Look at those examples, and it can be done. It's not easy, but it can be done. Is the Invincible comic still ongoing? The comic?
No,
From
I
my
think the comic ended.
no, yeah, I
Yeah.
believe that was concluded. The show is still going, but not. I believe the comic is concluded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that DoorDash grill incident? I haven't heard about that. DoorDash grill
No.
incident.
Oh, yeah. What they're talking about is
Yeah.
it was just so I've heard both sides. So like I'm not gonna act like I've like I have like fucking done the final amount of homework to where I know which side is actually telling the truth. But
Yeah.
basically, from what I heard, is this girl doing DoorDash, fucking, she basically claimed that the door was wide the fuck open and this guy was butt ass naked, knocked the fuck out like drunk or some shit
Oh
when he
fuck.
ordered his DoorDash, and then she recorded it, right? And like it's unacceptable, whatever, blah. Because what if there was kids or whatever? Like you can't just have your door open and be butt ass naked, like knock the fuck out, you know? So that was her side. Then there was the other side where everyone's like, well, if you actually look at the fucking video, the
Yeah.
door wasn't open. Okay. What's it called? She opened the door. She actually like pushes it open, whatever you name it, and then records. Is like recording, and he's butt ass naked, whatever, blah blah. And so the guy filed charges against her for showing him butt ass naked on social media and it going viral and the whole nine, whatever.
Yep.
And the police analyzed everything, whatever, the whole nine, and they're like, yeah, she broke a law, went inside, filmed him while naked, whatever, apparently broke whatever codes, yada yada. So, and now she's dealing with it in court. And so there's a majority of people that are saying, oh, this is bullshit. She shouldn't have been arrested, blah, blah, yada, yada. Then you have the other half where like, yeah, no, she did something bad, whatever, blah, blah, and so on and so forth. So,
Yeah.
like, again, from those two sides of the story, obviously, like, here's my thought process. Like, even though I haven't even looked deep enough into it to really see what was actually what, I'm going to say this. The fact that the police arrested her, I think me logically goes to show more that she more than likely went inside when it was closed, right, and recorded him, whatever the whole nine. That, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would the police arrest her if the door was completely fucking open? Because
Yeah.
that means he's completing that means he's breaking the law. You can't,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like that, you can't be naked, right, and have your door open. You know. So like that's my whole little thought process with it. It doesn't make sense how the police would just you know what I mean? Like if he broke a crime or did something wrong, oh, let's just arrest her now. Because if
Yeah.
anything, she's doing a civilian arrest technically, or she's doing justice for them, right? That is a thing too in real life.
Yeah.
Um, I'll give an example. If a person comes up with a bloody shirt and he has a knife and he's all bloodied and whatnot, you can technically make a civilian arrest. Like you could actually apprehend that dude on him allegedly maybe killing someone or whatever or something, right? And then if the police come, they're not going to arrest you. They'll investigate whatever and go from there, you know? So like
Right.
again, like overall, I just to me, it seems legitimate. and I don't see really what the big issue or deal is, and especially if that's what the video is showing her going into, you know what I mean?
Right.
But again, I don't know. I haven't verified it myself. I just again, if we're using logic, the police apprehended her, I would assume for a reason, you know?
Yeah, I would say
So I don't
from
know.
what I read right now and heard, it comes down to legal culpability. So she,
Yeah.
first of all, his intentions wasn't to assault her. He was literally unconscious in his own home, in the privacy of his own home. Firstly, secondly,
Yeah.
from what it seems, yeah, I would say more than likely on a bounce of probabilities, if they arrested her, she most likely voluntarily opened the door of his, you know, domicile, came inside and began to film him, which is also a crime because he's in his own private property where it is
Yeah.
illegal unless given consent to record someone, I guess. And
Yeah.
he's nude, so she's basically like humiliating him with
Embarrassing him.
with
Yeah.
malicious intent. Yeah. On top of that, from what I haven't seen the video of this bitch looks like a Karen, first of all.
Oh,
It seems like she fabricated some bullshit narrative to make it seem like he had malicious intent, when in reality she voluntarily went into his fucking house, started recording his ass naked, and then made a viral video with a fabricated story that he was somehow assaulting her or her eyes or some stupid ass shit that she said from what I read. So I think she's
yeah.
completely in the wrong. And I think he has every right to sue her stupid ass for doing that. That's fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Um,
Not only that, Jay, like the intent thing is also a little ridiculous because
yeah,
if from what they both acknowledge in both sides of the story, if this guy was unconscious and drunk and knocked the fuck out, when someone's drunk, intent goes out that you don't have
yeah.
control of your intent.
You don't
You
have the
just do
ability
whatever the
to make,
fuck your
yeah,
brain will just do whatever. Like you could actually commit a crime while fucking drunk. You could be aggressive, you could hit somebody, you could do all kinds of crazy shit. Whether if you like something you would never do if you were sober, right? Or
right.
conscious, you know what I mean? Or whatever. So like that is completely fucking retarded and idiotic.
She looks like a fucking
No,
Karen.
you can never prove any intent. Like you can't prove someone has negative intent if they're drunk as shit. If they're
Exactly.
so intoxicated to where they're like no, like the guy, what happened, his drunk stupid ass was drunk, right, whatever,
Yeah,
ordered some food and it came and then he was knocked the fuck out, you
yeah.
know what I mean?
He
So
probably
like
ordered some food, was already intoxicated, fucking fell asleep
yeah.
with like fucking naked, and then she decided to open his fucking door. Like, bitch, what? Who said you could open his fucking door,
Like
bitch? Like,
all you gotta here's the crazy thing, all you gotta do is knock, you fucking
yeah,
knock.
fucking
If they're
knock,
not
bitch.
there, oh well, sorry, you're not here, bye,
Fucking
refund
leave
your
the
money.
food by the fucking
Like
door or some shit. The fuck? That's
yeah, that's
crazy.
that
The
it
the
depends what he put in the request, like whether
yeah,
if he said to knock and drop it off or
yeah,
if it was to
exactly.
hand it off to him.
If
But
he's
again,
not
the
there, then
problem
he's
is
not
if this
there.
guy's fucking drunk, he's clearly not in the mind state. Yeah, he's not in the mind state to where like he knows what's going on and what he signed up for. Like for all you
Exactly.
know, he's done DoorDash orders, right? To where like he has it set up, oh yeah, to like hand me the food instead. But if this dude is drunk as shit, he's not gonna be able to change it to where, oh yeah, just leave it there for me since I'm drunk. He can't do that. He's fucking
Yeah,
gone.
the fuck?
Like
And then for her to say, if this is true,
uh,
she's a fucking Karen. She said he assaulted
yeah.
her eyes. I'm like, bitch, why'd you open the door and look at him and then record him? You fucking bitch. That's fucking retarded. She deserves some legal repercussions. I'm not saying she should go to prison for 10, 20 years, but she deserves to pay a fine or some shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous, man. Like, I get it.
Well, it
He's
sucks
fucking
for him
naked and
too
shit.
because he's
Yeah, he's
embarrassed.
humiliated.
Like
Like, the
at the end of
fuck?
the day, at the end of the day, he's a nobody. So it's like not the end of the world. It's not like he's a celebrity or this,
Yeah,
or athlete,
he's not.
whatever. So like
He's just
so
some
like everyone
dumbass.
will move on. Who
Yeah.
cares, right? But what it does affect is his family though, his
Yep,
loved ones,
yep.
and his job.
His
They're gonna
reputation,
know.
his
They're gonna see
job.
that shit.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
that
That's what I'm
bitch. Like
saying.
he did she
You
defamed him, like defamed
know.
his character. It's defamation, legitimate
Yeah.
defamation. That's unacceptable. How
But
do you think?
again, if that is legitimate to where his door was open, right, and she
Yeah,
came, whatever, then yeah, technically that's not allowed. Like he technically committed a crime. Now to say he
yeah. If she's
purposely did
naked and
that, no,
shit,
'cause again, he's
yeah,
drunk.
yeah. The
You know,
door's fucking open.
but
He's like, that's different.
again, like it's just like it's hard for me to follow that narrative in theory because the police went with arresting her. They have
Exactly.
to analyze the evidence, right?
Yeah,
Like
what they
for
have,
instance, it's just like domestic violence disputes or
empirical
whatever.
evidence.
Like let's say they go to a house, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and they have person A where the person A gives this side of the story and what happened, right? And they're like, okay. Then they talk to person B the story. Then they're going to analyze the wounds on the two individuals that fought each other, right? They're going to analyze the wounds. They're going to put into consideration the stories they gave, and whatever story matches with the wounds that they have, or whatever evidence and you know what I mean, whatever, blah blah.
Yeah.
Then rationally they'll come to this conclusion: what was more than likely the actual story that occurred, right? They have to investigate and
Yep.
actually analyze, and they go based off evidence.
Yep. Empirical
Evidence, right?
evidence.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they can't just yeah, they can't just take a side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, again, and I'll say this: yeah, is there a fine line? Can there be gray areas, or is there just a point where it's inconclusive, and at the end of the day, that person could have been innocent, but they only have so much evidence, and they just got to
Of
pick a
course.
side?
Yeah.
Sure, shit like that happens too. There's plenty of innocent, but again, like the point being said is they always go based upon the evidence, right?
Yeah.
So if there's a video and there's XYZ and all this whatever blah, that's you know they're gonna come to that rational conclusion, you know. So again, like therefore, if that's typically always the case, which it is, right? They have to. That's their job, legal,
Yep. It's
whatever
the
you
most
name it.
logical way.
That I'm more acceptable to believe that they did an actual competent investigation. You
Yep.
know.
Yeah. I
So
think that bitch is just a Karen,
yeah.
and she deserves some punishment for that. Fuck that bitch. That guy's a dumbass for being naked and shit, but
Yeah.
he's in his own fucking house, dude. He can do the fuck he wants.
Oh yeah,
Um.
he's also retarded too.
Yeah.
Like for one, what your door's
Like,
unlocked,
bitch,
you know
pull
what I
your
mean?
pants up.
Like
Facts. Pull
you're
your pants
doing
up, dog.
DoorDash, you're drunk, like bro,
Yeah.
like if you know if you're doing stupid shit when you're drunk, you should make sure you have your phone away. You should have everything away and then drink.
Yeah.
like,
Facts. Like, do that shit when it's,
like what the
you're
fuck are
about
you
to go to
doing?
sleep or some shit. Not when you're ordering food and shit and you're naked, bro. What the fuck are you
Literally,
doing?
or have someone there to keep you in check. You
Yeah,
know,
like,
like if
bro,
you
put your
really do
pants up,
crazy
bro.
shit while you're drunk, like what the fuck?
Why your pants down, dog? That's
So yeah,
crazy. Fuck
accountability
that
does go
shit.
both ways too. We're just letting you know,
Yeah, he
putting that
sounds
out
like
there.
an
Accountability goes
alcoholic.
both ways, but
Yeah.
yeah, but legally speaking, wise, from what I heard and everything, then I would say she was in the wrong legally.
Yeah, she was
So
definitely on. That bitch is a Karen for sure. Is there anything to look forward to in
yeah.
2026? Yeah, so we definitely want to get back to
Oh, a lot of
consistent.
shit. A lot of
Yeah.
shows are coming out. The
Yeah. Oh, Fire
Boys,
Media.
Invincible,
Boys, Daredevil,
Games.
Invincible,
Yeah, media, game,
Media. Yep.
fucking yeah.
Supergirl. Obviously Avengers Doomsday. There's a lot of peak shit happening.
DC's coming strong.
Yeah, DC's coming
Marvel's
strong.
coming strong. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
shit, man.
It looks
Yeah.
like a lot of competition, which ups everyone's game. Everyone's competing with each other, all the media outlets, all the companies. That's beautiful because we end up getting peak content from all parties involved. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's to get into the question. Shout out to the Walkie Talkie podcast. Shout out to I think OTD is his name. He asked some questions. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Ode. Sorry, that's his name. So he asked us some questions. What did Santa bring you? A lot of clothes, man. W Santa. A
Nothing
lot of
wrong
clothes.
there.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that when you get older. New Year's resolutions. Good. Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. Definitely stream like we used to consistently. More content as
Yes.
well
Yep.
consistently. I would say
Yep.
if I had to criticize myself this year, yes, as far as my IRL career, done well, but I want to be even more disciplined to where I can carry both. Like we obviously are passionate about what we do here as well. I just want to have more discipline
Yep.
and continue to make good content for you guys and be consistent here as well. It's possible, and it's just my fault that I haven't been here present. There's no excuse. I can be more disciplined, just more structured, more routine. There's more drive. It's as simple as that. So that's definitely a resolution right there in itself. Um, that's probably
Yep.
the biggest one. Probably the biggest one for sure. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Personally, I'm on the same boat. Like Jay couldn't have said it any better. I'm on the same fucking boat. I've been even worse. I just basically been technically like MIA. Like I haven't even posted content that has been recorded. Like I literally just dead ass just left it. I'm like, all right, I'm back, whatever, and been just primarily fixating and focusing on my IRL life scheme of things,
facts,
you know.
facts. Yeah.
Um, but and it's just been a lot of shit going on, like the military shutdown, fucking. There's a
Oh,
lot of shit,
facts,
like
bro.
a lot
Yeah.
of shit that's been going on. And I just took more initiative there, IRL scheme of things, focusing on other things and whatnot. But yeah, definitely, like Jay said, I do want to have a strong bounce back. And something I obviously do that's a little more different from Jay is I don't typically just have content creation, for like scaling whatever. I also do like some gaming vids and whatnot. I know some of you like that too.
Yeah.
So like again, definitely want to come out with some more gaming videos, scaling videos, the whole nine. Get back into what I'm passionate and what I love to do.
Yeah. Facts.
But I know
Facts.
I've been like basically just AWOL and just gone. While Jay, like he hasn't been as active, but he's at
Yeah.
least been doing shorts. He's had some
Yeah.
videos here and
There's
there
some
out
shorts.
too. So yeah, so again, my apologies. And most importantly, like I've even had goals to like where I wanted to like fully like get the entire manga of Naruto and Shippuden and just have it all ready to go. Like just read through it, have it all ready to go, organized on like my Discord because I was trying to do that for you guys too. For anyone that is doing scaling or debating, I wanted to kind of
Yeah.
have that all ready for you. This way, you guys have it. I was going to dive into that and then eventually dive into the anime and analyze all that as evidence, and then eventually it would be the movies and the games. The only two games technically that you could even use that are remotely questionable
Yeah.
for
Facts.
canonicity because there's only two that are technically that were involved with Kishimoto. But regardless, again, so I'm trying to get into all that too. Apologies, like Jay said, it's technically no excuses, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's been a crazy year, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
And
facts.
when it comes to
Facts.
priorities, if I had to pick and choose, it's definitely IRL. I got to make sure I'm good on my end because if I'm not good in IRL, then I can't do nothing for you
Yeah. Everything
guys. You
falls
know what I mean?
apart. Yeah.
So
Everything falls
if
apart.
if I end up homeless, how am I going to be here with you guys?
Right.
So
Yeah. That's facts. You gotta do what
it
you gotta
is what
do.
it is. So
Yeah. It
yeah,
is what it is. We'll be
yeah.
back as much as possible. It's just discipline. Naruto Boruto 2026 expectations. I expect the manga specifically in 2026 to have some sort of climax, maybe the time skip moment. I don't know if we'll get that next in 2026. The time skip moment we all see at the beginning of Boruto where Kawaki and Boruto are fighting, and it seems like the Leaf Village is destroyed, and it looks like the Shinobi world has ended almost. I don't know if we'll see that. I'm not gonna say I expect it. I just expect the Boruto narrative to continue to rise in the anime world, to continue to become one of the best
Oh,
narratives out there. So, um,
Jay, someone asked me just now.
yeah.
Again, guys, this is be up to Jay, and it's depending how he's operating as of now too. But they said there was 3 videos that NC did, and they were wondering if we could react to it. They're 20 minutes for each one.
Oh shit.
But one of them was Jogon isn't canon.
Oh my
The
god.
Jogon is dead. Apparently, that's what NC did recently. Another one is all Mangekyo shotgun abilities ranked.
That's interesting.
So apparently he ranked all. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And then the third one he said the strongest ninjutsu users. But
The
he said
f
the only problem with that video though is 34 minutes instead of 20 minutes.
oh shit.
So
So yeah, so for
yeah.
those, we're gonna do streams that we react just because we want to, but when it comes to general
Yes.
streams, we're not gonna give you set the pedal prices like fucking $1,000 for a video, but we'll do a
Yeah,
dollar.
no,
We
no,
usually do $1 a minute, unless you want a special request where we like roast people and shit. Obviously, there's a fine line. I'm not gonna
no.
defame somebody, but um, yeah, it's about $1 a minute. So just add that up, and that's what it would be for each one. But yeah,
Yeah,
again, sometimes we're gonna react anyway, like because we want to, we want to
yeah.
react.
But
So
let me know. You let me know in the comments either on Cord or I'm not streaming right now, so yeah, Discord. My bad. Um, if you can do that, if you're gonna pick one, then like you said, a minute. You said $1 per minute, right?
yeah,
So then just add it up to whatever it is, and there you go. Yeah, just let me know.
yeah,
And if
we'll
you
do that
can't
for you.
pay for it, if you can't pay for it, then here, how about this? But don't be a dick either. What's it called? I'll pay for it, but you pick the video though. I think that's fair, right? Right?
That's fair. That's
So,
fair.
you know, yeah. But
Um,
but if we're
yeah,
gonna do one though, the Mingekyo or Jogan one though.
yeah,
The
those,
strongest
those,
ninjutsu one, that one's cool too. But the fact that it's 30 something minutes, and I mean, the fact that I'm
yeah,
paying for you, yeah.
yeah, that's a longer video, and
So
it's
you let me know.
not as interesting either.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
2026 channel content goals. To reach 10K would be a hell of a goal in 2026. 10K subs. Um, content at least to to really make some good quality content as far as obviously Naruto, but other verses that I've been interested in for a long time, like JJK, Dragon Ball. I want to do more Dragon Ball
Yeah.
content. And this comic book as well. I've enjoyed making I've enjoyed making comic book content as well. And just media like fiction. Karate Kid. I did that for a while. You guys seem to enjoy that. Um, get into some other verses like Rocky and things of that nature. And maybe get into more
Oh yeah.
narrative analysis, just to play around with it more this coming year. I do enjoy narrative analysis, like breaking down characters and things of that nature. So that's a goal I want to do in 2026. At least play around with it every once in a while, see how they do. Um, and I'll keep posting. For you guys that don't know, I have a TikTok. I've been pretty active there. I just do obviously power scaling mostly. So if you want the TikTok, let me know. Or it's in my bio on YouTube, but I post pretty regularly there as well.
Oh,
So
he responded. He said, he's he's like, I'm broke. I'm in my grind, but I can
that
send you $5. All right, how about this? Send me the $5, and then I'll pay Jay in full for whatever video you want. That's fair, right?
should be fair. That should be
So like,
fair.
go to my Cash App or whatever. It's on my account. Just click it. Send me the $5, and then I'll send Jay the full video price. But which video?
Yeah, yeah. Let us
You
know which
didn't. You
video.
didn't give that. Also, Jay is live, so you guys don't have to type in Discord either, podcast questions or any of that.
Yeah, you can do it in
You just go to his chat.
the regular shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if he's not live, then go to podcast questions, or our Discord. That's fine.
yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah, like especially before if you want us to answer before the streams come up, then
yeah. Mhm.
let's see. NC Hammer. I haven't seen one of his videos in a minute. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. NC
He said
Hammer.
he's working on setting it now, but he said he wants us to watch the Mangekyo ranked,
It's an
So
interesting
it's
one.
not the Jogon.
Yeah, Jordan one's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh yeah, I see it. This dude's tripping about this fucking making some fucking rage bait.
Oh.
Dead ass.
Also, what's the video called so we don't confuse?
All Mangekyo Sharingan abilities ranked and explained. I'm guessing that one. 22 minutes long.
Is it recent or is it older? Or
It's
yeah,
only 12,
I'm
12 days
assuming that's
old.
the one. He said it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah, 22 minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's probably the one he's talking
Yeah,
about.
he said that one. Yeah.
Yeah, 22 minutes
Yeah.
long. All Mangekyo Sharingan abilities ranked and
All right.
explained.
Sent me the $5.
Hey,
Appreciate you. It's an energy drink for me. All right.
W user right there.
Let me go to Jay's. Let me go to Jay. Actually, YouTube takes money though from you, right, Jay? I'll just send it to your Cash App,
Yeah, they do take it.
or it don't matter, right? That's what I'm
I
saying.
guess,
That's
yeah, I
all I
guess
want.
Cash App,
I'll
fuck it. It's probably, yeah,
I got you.
because
Let's see
there they
real quick.
take like
What is it, like
40%.
23 minutes?
20,
How long is
22,
that video?
22 minutes, yeah, 22.
Okay. Let me see
All
that
right,
real quick.
let me get the screen cap. I appreciate you, user. The guy that donated,
Mhm.
appreciate you, man. Much love. We'll get that going. Let me make sure, pull up the video for you guys. Let me make it a separate thing so you guys could see. I wonder how he's gonna rank these exactly. We'll see. I'm curious
Yeah,
to
I hope
see
he
his.
clarifies that
Yeah,
because whenever like that's the problem. Like if you're gonna be ranking something, you really have to be like you can't be vague, right? You got to be
yeah, I
clear on
can't.
like what we're talking about, right?
Like,
Because like the context of it is very important,
yeah, like, what do you mean by
Like
it? Yeah, exactly.
I sent it to you, Jay. You should have it.
Oh, I got it. Hey, W user, W
Um,
Batman. We'll react to that for you.
his
Man,
name's uh his name's OOD.
oh, that's the
I don't know
guy
if you
from
know who that
Walkie
is.
Talkie. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. That's the guy from the Walkie Talkie podcast. Shout out to you,
Okay.
man. You should have just got on the live chat, bro. We would have
Okay.
had you, I got you here too on the live stream. But shout out to you, bro. Shout out to the Walkie Talkie podcast too. We need to, maybe we can do a collab sometime with them. We haven't done that yet. Shout out to them. But yeah, we
Yeah.
got you, bro. We got you. We'll react to this.
Uh,
Shout out
stream
to
that for me, Jay,
oh
so
yeah,
I
let me
can see
stream
it.
that too so you could see it. Make sure you guys could see it on stream.
Oh yeah, but like Jay was saying before, what's it called? Yeah, it's really important because like for instance, like if he's ranking Mangekyo, it's like I'll give an example. Like So like, let's say he starts talking about Itachi and Shishiri's Mangekyo ability, right?
Yeah.
So like, again, the convenience factor really matters, like the context, because if we're talking about like just out of like in general convenience, then I would technically lean with Shishiri, right? Because let's say you're at a political fucking meeting, right? Like what Donzo did, you can do it and they don't even fucking know, right? You no eye contact, no nothing. Boom, you're controlling somebody, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a
And there you go.
weird.
So I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe Shishui. But like, if it's like a battle combat scenario though, then I'd be like Itachi, right? Because if you get hit by Tsukiyomi, you can't get out of that bitch, right? You're fucked.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it's hacks. Like
More to
with
see.
Shisui
Yeah,
shit,
his
you can break out of
criteria.
that by
Yeah.
tapping them or whatever, you know?
Exactly. So
Yeah,
I'm
you
curious to
know?
see what it means by ranking. Like if it's strength based, then okay, we'll see what he. I'm curious because it's an interesting topic for sure.
Yeah.
Let me see if my stream is. If you could see my stream. There you go. I think you should be able to
I
see
just
it.
thought about it. Kind of mean to say, but dude said I'm broke. I got $5 for you.
Hey man, we all start somewhere. Shout out to
Hey, at
the
least he's honest though.
that's a W
Yeah, at least he's
W
honest.
W humility. All
Give me that $5 foot long sub.
right. Remember when those shits used to be $5? All right, shout out to Ode once again. Shout out to Batman. We're gonna react to NC Hammer. All my Gekko Sharingan abilities ranked and explained. If anyone wants to record this reaction and post it on their shit, go ahead. I don't have any ill will. Make your bread. I'm not saying I'm fucking Swag
Yeah.
Kage, but if you want to, feel free. All right, so here we go. Let's see what he has to say.
Sharingan, one of the most
Get
powerful
it?
upgrades that anybody in the Naruto universe can get
By the way, folks, if you guys can't hear or it's too loud or too low, let me know.
their wriggly little fingers on. Whether you awaken it
Yes, sir.
yourself or rip it out of somebody
go.
else's face and slap it into your own, unlocking the Monkey Kyo Sharingan is one
Wait,
of the
that's what
surest
Daisy
viral
counting
ways to make
moderate?
yourself
Yeah,
a
like
top
the
threat
ability,
in the
even
though it's
Naruto
game
universe.
only?
And God
Yeah,
forbid you
that's
get your hands on
strange.
two
Let's
of
see how he
them.
does that.
Because Monkey Kyo Sharingan operate in a way that
Yeah.
is completely
Was it
distinct
where he
from
rewinds
all
time
other
or some shit?
dojutsu in the
Yeah,
Naruto
that's
world.
exactly what it
And
was.
then
Yeah.
each Monkey Kyo Sharingan eye that you get a hold of has a new and separate ability. Have 1 MS, you get 1 MS ability. Have 2 MS, you get 2 MS abilities in a Susanoo. Have 3 Monkey Kyo Sharingans, and God knows
Oh,
what
this
you
shit's
get.
irrelevant.
However,
I hate it when he
Yeah,
starts.
this is just like a
It's like just
he's rambling.
Few people have ever gotten the opportunity to wield it. If you're
Well,
handing
yeah,
them
you
out
can
like
just get
candy
right
on
into it,
Halloween,
you
Yeah,
know?
well, their
let's-
importance
yeah, you
will
might as well
kind
just
of
get to the
be
ranking.
diminished. And
Let's
also,
see.
Susanoo designs are probably pretty hard to come up with. But out of all of the Monkey Kyo Sharingan users that we've seen, who amongst them had the greatest Monkey Kyo Sharingan abilities? Well, that's a question that I'm gonna try and answer today. See, because with the Monkey Kyo
All right.
Sharingan for a long time felt like a relatively
Hey, but what does he mean though? What,
Yeah,
in
what does he
what
mean by
regard?
greatest?
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
His Monkey Kyo Sharingan, and that being only about
So
100
subjective.
episodes into Shippuden,
Yeah, that's
with the
subjective.
reveal of at least one of Sarada's Monkey Kyo Sharingan abilities, or Hirame, the conversation.
I heard she
of
had
what
some
is
fire-ass
the
shit, though.
greatest
Yeah.
Monkey
So
Kyo
Like, I don't know everything
speaking of
about
her,
it,
yeah,
I heard
it's
she had some dope shit.
basically what she did, and this is an
So I-
insane feat. When she used her MS, she like sniped a fucking divine tree. It was the clone of Gaara's
Oh,
son, of his adopted son. She sniped him with
oh
with
shit.
her fucking. She could like essentially create. Honestly, what it looks like, I believe, is black holes. If I'm not mistaken, she like snipes people with black
Yeah.
holes. So basically, that's what it is. That's fucking cracked, and she could choose where it is too.
Fuck.
She
Like
can use like
Tommy sniping?
yeah, like convoy sniping, and it's a fucking black hole that it's like no one can escape it.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cracked, and honestly,
Oh
you have a good argument that hers is the most cracked right now.
Like those
I'm not
3
gonna
little
cap.
black things around her, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, these shits
Is it
right
like
here.
those 3
She's summoning them like with her fucking eye.
so if that's
That's
new,
insane.
fuck, you get fucked up,
That's
basically.
cracked. That's cracked. Yeah,
Okay.
W Sarada. She's cracked now.
Sharingan ability has begun to kick back up.
I'm assuming
again
he's
in this
counting her
scenario
then,
and
'cause he's
answer
showing
Yeah,
her.
if he's showing her, he has to counter.
before he may take it into account. What is the
Which that'll make it
strongest
interesting, for sure.
Yeah,
Monkey Kyo
definitely.
Sharingan ability in Naruto? And thus, with no further ado, let's get directly
Wait, did he say
to
strongest? What did he say?
every
Let me
monkey
see.
in Naruto.
Wait.
What is the
Rewind it,
strongest?
yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. He did.
Monkey Kyo
The strongest.
Sharingan
Okay,
ability
okay,
in
got it.
Naruto? And
Oh.
thus, with no further ado, let's get directly into every Monkey Kyo
So
Sharingan
vague,
ability.
because it's like, what,
Like
again,
to
what are we
explain.
talking
Well,
about?
Yeah, like what do you mean by yeah?
Like what
It's still a little
potency,
vague.
you know? Like,
Yeah,
right, if we're really like, wait, pause real quick.
yeah,
So if he's talking about like scaling, then obviously it's like 6 pass, right? Like
yeah. That'd
then
be a
we
six
would
pass
say
one.
Sasuke's like fucking yeah, like, but again, if we're just saying the ability itself, you know, that's a little different. And then
It's
again, in
weird.
what
Yeah,
regard are we talking about in general convenience, combat scenarios? What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's strange because these are hacks based abilities. They're not AP based or even speed based per se. They're hacks abilities
Yeah.
that, essentially embody some sort of concept. Like obviously the most thorough, I guess you could say, the most thorough that we've seen is Itachi's because he can control the very reality that you're like captivated in when he actually catches you with his eye. That's a pretty thorough one. But when he says strongest, like all the most of these have the ability to kill you. So I don't know what he means by strongest. Um, I guess when it comes to the most thorough, it'd
Yeah.
be Itachi's because he literally controls reality in the reality in which you're kept captive. But then you have like, the fucking Conway, which snipes you and you're basically dead. You're stuck in some wasteland in the Conway dimension. That's a one shot too. So it's I don't know. I guess we have to see what his criteria is, but
Yeah, we really have to see. Yeah.
yeah,
But
it's a
worst case, if he doesn't, then we can go off. Then we'll just, I guess, explain it in whatever way me and Jay want to, then I guess regard it. But yeah,
yeah.
I really hope he does because that kind of defeats the purpose of this fucking video.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'll,
It's
I'll
like,
I'll say this
how are you
before getting
ranking
into it.
it?
If it comes down to the most potent, like dangerous, like life ending, it would probably be the Tsukiyomi or Kamui. Man, it's a tough question actually. Scratch that because Sarada has the black hole thing, and it seems like that kills immediately too. But it's a tough question. It's a tough question to answer. But let's see.
Yeah.
See Hammer 23 video
Uh,
every single week,
yeah,
guys. You can go ahead and
for
find my
sure.
Naruto
Yeah.
reaction series using the fourth wall link in my description below. We are done with Gaara versus Rock Lee, so the entire fight has got a reaction. But before we get into all that, today we're going to talk about one of our favorite recurring sponsors to the page.
Oh shit.
Holzkern. Holzkern is your one-stop shop for
Sponsorship.
The
10% off
fuck?
your order from Holzkern today. So
I
make
get your
sure
bag,
you
bro,
order
but I
by
don't want to
December
watch that shit.
19th to make sure that your presents
Yep.
come in time for Christmas Day.
Shit.
This holiday season, you'll
All right, bro,
remember
get
that I
it.
made a video kind of like this a little over 2 years ago when we got from
Oh,
Boruto the
he
first
says
ever look at
that
Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan.
from
It's
him
all
watching it, he
Yeah.
believes NC was talking about like in general, like
In
just overall
general,
everything.
yeah.
Mhm.
Again, when it comes to it's tough, man, because how do you compare Sarada's black hole to Itachi's Tsukiyomi? It's like fuck, man. It's tough.
Right?
It's tough
Like,
to compare. Like, what's
'cause, like
stronger?
it
What?
depends. Like, yeah, because like technically, if like that's also like a little annoying because like if we're saying in general, like meaning like all around convenience, basically, I would assume then
Yeah.
is like okay, like I guess in a combat scenario, like she doesn't require eye contact, right? So I guess maybe
Yeah.
it's more
Maybe hers.
dangerous, like in
Yeah.
that
It might be
regard.
more. It might be
But
more
if we're
dangerous.
talking about like, yeah, but if we're talking about like if it does hit, right?
Right.
Then what is more dangerous? And I would say Tsukiyomi, because if you get hit by Tsukiyomi, you are fucked. You
You're
are
dead.
absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
While with Sadara's shit, from what Jay just told me, it's like a black hole. It has to like take you in and then snipe you. To be fair, I would assume if you scale high enough, you could just negate that, right? Or that wouldn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like think of a Mataratsu, like with Jigen or anyone else, like
Right.
they got hit and they either absorbed it or they just shoved it off or they just said, "Oh, get this fucking fodder ass shit out of here." You know what I mean? Like, so like again, like that's what I'm basically getting at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just depends.
Yeah. Well, we'll give her a take after. Let's see
So
what he has to say. But it's not black and white when he says strongest. But let's see.
felt as though it's only appropriate, now that we know what that Mangekyo
yeah.
Sharingan does, to rank that ability amongst all of the other MS abilities we've ever seen. But before we get into the list, I want to do a quick honorable mention, or more kind of an elaboration on the rules of how we're setting up today's
Okay,
list.
he's gonna say that.
God.
He's saying.
Ranking our
Yeah.
individual Mangekyo Sharingan abilities.
Individual.
That is, say, abilities that are tied to one Mangekyo
Okay.
Sharingan.
Gotcha.
Well,
Gotcha.
that's not necessarily the most accurate synopsis of all time, because some abilities like
Okay.
Kodomatsukame were tied to both of Shisui's Mangekyo Sharingan, but we're not entirely sure if the versions of Kodomatsukame were the same in each of Shisui's eyes. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that I'm not going to be including Susanoo on this list.
Right,
True,
right.
but there was some evidence to explain the difference between the two.
There
though.
was. Yeah, there
all
was.
of the derived jutsus that come from this
Yeah.
Mangekyo
Yeah, because
Sharingan
like
ability.
from my
How
knowledge,
does
Jay,
Shushu
like
combo
in
gives you
the 5 Planet Summit, it didn't require eye contact, but it's like weaker. But then when Itachi used the other
It's like
one,
passive.
when it had eye contact, it's like really strong.
Yeah.
Like to where it affects Edo's.
It was
Like
like
it was so fucking powerful. Like
Yeah.
Itachi as an Edo was controlled.
Which is
And
insane.
mind you, Infinite Tsukiyomi, a 6-path genjutsu couldn't control Edo's.
That's
Not even
crazy.
Infinite Tsukiyomi,
Yeah, that's
but
crazy.
Shishui could.
It was like
That's
yeah,
you know what I mean? So like
yeah, it seems theoretically like the one Danzo had was more of a passive Kodo Matsukami, while conversely the one that Itachi kept was like an
Yeah,
aggressive instant trance. Like it's and he's an
like
Edo and still
very strong.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
like an intense just surge of chakra that trances you immediately and you immediately like
but it's like
act
it
out.
completely just rewires you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And then Danzo
yeah.
was like passive, like it was like subtle and passive. It and yeah,
Like a normal ass genjutsu, yeah, basically, but just
exactly.
no eye contact, which
He's
is
not
pretty cool because most
yeah.
genjutsu with the Sharingan requires eye contact.
It's he was able to
Yeah,
use that to his advantage too
but,
at the summit, so it was pretty cool usage.
Kamui
yeah.
Raikiri gives you Kamui Shuriken, and so on and so forth. Amaterasu doesn't only give you Amaterasu, it also gives you Flame Wrapping Fire. And thus today, if we were to include Susanoo on our list, not only would we be here
Oh,
all
that's
day
not true.
talking
No,
about
Sasuke
every
had another ability.
Yeah, it was like a whole separate.
He
Yeah,
said, yeah, no, that's a separate thing. Because that's talking about manipulation, flame control. That's
yeah,
what Sasuke's other MS ability was. It was to shoot it out, and then the other one was it was basically two Amaterasu abilities. Like he was
yeah,
kind of fucked, unfortunately, Sasuke.
yeah. It was cooked.
But it was really strong though because Amaterasu for the most part. I'm not trying to say Amaterasu's fucking garbage, but like unless it was like against a low Kage opponent or a mid Kage or like a Jonin, you know what I mean? Then yeah, they're fucked. But if you were like beyond that, it didn't really do shit. There's so many ways to deal with it. Like Gara
Yeah,
could block it with
speed,
sand.
block
Fucking
it.
Raikage could deal with it with speed.
Yeah,
Yeah. If you have armor, you could just take your armor off like Madara did. Like
tank it.
there's so many ways
Yeah,
to deal with it. Yeah, so like so again, like so it was like it wasn't really that crazy. It was
yeah,
insane against V2 Jinchuriki though, which is a big
yeah. It was
deal
like the
because V2
kryptonite.
Jinchuriki, yeah, are fucking broken with durability, right?
Yeah,
And so the fact that it shitted on what the Three Tails dude, like
yeah.
that's
Cooked
insane.
him,
You know what I
cooked
mean?
him. Yeah,
Because when it yeah, because mind you, Toby Robin, that's why he lost to Ken again, more than likely. He just couldn't deal with the V2, chakra armor and shit, right?
yeah. Too durable.
And so like so don't get me wrong, like it's pretty fucking strong, but you get the point, right? It's not competent in execution,
Not
right?
mobile
And again,
enough.
that's why it's
Yeah,
important what we're talking about, because if we're talking about like the success rate of MSs, you know what I mean? Amaterasu is like the worst one then,
that's
technically. You know what I
true.
mean? Like
That's true. The success rate is low
yeah,
because
like yeah,
it's not malleable, right? Because Sasuke needed to use flame control
yeah.
to actually mold like
That's what made it broken. That's what
yeah,
actually made it dangerous when he was using it as a shield,
yeah.
or to weaponize it against Naruto, like and when they were fighting six pack, like that was fucking cool.
That was
You
a
know,
creative usage and made it
if he
more
touches you, you're fucked.
yeah, it made it
Yeah.
more yeah, it made it more dangerous and threatening because he was able to mold it literally like config like manipulate the shape of the flames and make them
That's the only
spikes
reason
and
why he lived against Raikage.
literally, yeah, he
Yeah,
would have
he
been
only
cooked.
survived because of that.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
would have literally
yeah.
died. He would have been cooked, but
So
let's see what he says here.
every single derived jutsu that comes from the Susanoo, Majestic Attire Susanoo, Yada Mirror, Totsuka Blade, Susanoo Chidori, Susanoo Captive Slash, Tengai Shinsei, and so many other more. But also because of how individual the Susanoo is to the specific people using it, there's really no
but he's
accurate way
counting the
to stamp
Susanoo as an
Indra's
MS ability.
Susanoo as
Okay, that's fair.
incomparable to that of
Yeah,
Itachi's, in the same way that Sasuke's Susanoo is incomparable to that of Shisui. The strength
I
of a
feel like that's
Susanoo is relative to the person
I
using it,
don't.
something that can't necessarily be
I
said
hope
for
he's
all of
not
the other
counting that,
abilities
Jay,
we're going to be
because
talking
I
yeah,
about.
feel like
I
that's a
think
different
At least
so.
not the
Yeah,
most.
that's
discussion. Like the ranking, I would rank
yeah,
Susanos as like I get it, it's part of it, but that's different. I say do a ranking Susano video, not a ranking MS. You know
I
what I mean? Like
agree.
that's not,
Yeah, and that would be very obvious.
because that's
Obviously,
a whole
Sasuke.
different ball game. If we're talking about Susanos, like
Yeah,
let's be real, the most strongest insane one hacks wise, right, would be Kakashi's.
yeah,
And if
hacks
we're
wise,
talking about
yeah,
raw power scaling, then it would be Sasuke. It would
yeah.
be
That
Sasuke,
would be an easy ranking video too. It would have be
Um,
like that'd be a very simple video because it's
yeah.
very obvious that yeah.
I
Let's
think
see.
we
Insane
should keep
capacity.
Susano out of it. I hope
Yeah,
that's what he
I
does.
hope he does. Yeah, I think he said that, but let me
And thus,
see.
while Susanoo undoubtedly has the chops to be considered the strongest Mangekyo Sharingan ability, especially once you get into like DMS Kakashi tier, where you have a perfect flying Susanoo that's able to equip combo to basically any and all of its moves, because the majority of Susanoo techniques rely on some other Mangekyo Sharingan techniques, including the Susanoo kind of just muddies the argument. So with that out of the way, let's get into our actual list. And thus,
Okay,
coming up at number 6, in last place on our list, ranking all of the Mangekyo
Okay.
Sharingan
that's
abilities of
interesting. Oh,
Naruto,
okay, okay, okay,
we
okay.
have
Gotcha.
Amaterasu. Listen,
Wait,
Amaterasu is such a bad
wait,
Mangekyo Sharingan
last?
ability that they had to give
Damn.
Sasuke a separate Mangekyo Sharingan ability that
Wait.
turned out
Oh
Ah.
shit. Okay, he said number 6, so there's 5
No, no,
in
no, no. Wait,
front.
because if we're counting Bor, yeah, if we're counting Boruto as well, like Shin's ability was fucking dog shit.
That was dog shit. That was dog shit. Yeah.
Remember Shin?
Shin was
Yeah,
poo
where his
poo.
MS was like if he touched a weapon, like and then nah,
But
I have the Mataratsu
I feel
over
like
Shin's
there's more
ability
than
all day,
5.
every
Like
day. Get
the
the
only 6, like Tsukiyomi, Amaterasu,
yeah,
Flame
why yeah.
Control, Kodomatsu Kami, Sarada's. Okay,
There's two
maybe,
variants of Kodo.
maybe, yeah, maybe. I guess unless he has. Oh yeah, Conway's
Shin,
another
but there's
one.
Shin too.
Shin. Maybe he's gonna
Yeah,
like.
there's two Kamui. There's
Yeah,
actually
2 Conways.
yeah, there's two Kamuis. Phase your body and or warp them in or snipe with Kakashi. You know what I
Damn.
mean? So
I
like,
guess.
there's a
Yeah. I wonder what's gonna have on this list, but we'll see.
Amaterasu into the
Madara.
third
Like
technique.
I
And yet
guess
for
he's
some
not
reason,
counting Madara either.
Amaterasu
Yeah,
its
he's
derivatives
probably if
are
it's only
the
6,
most
he's probably not
powerful
counting it.
Sharingan abilities we've seen all throughout Naruto. Now, that's
Yeah.
mostly because almost half of the Mangekyo Sharingan users we've ever seen have
We,
been from the Fugaku
no, we've seen
bloodline,
Shin.
and Itachi,
Yeah,
Sasuke,
Does
Shin
he
is
not
second.
count
and
Shin?
Mangekyo Sharingan abilities.
Maybe he won't even count that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's not gonna count that shit. His
Yeah,
Shin would
okay.
have been
If
the.
not counting Shin, not counting Shin, then I can understand that. I
Yeah,
can
actually, I
understand
see
that.
it. See the vision. Yeah.
But like, but see, yeah, I can see the vision. But then again, like, here's another thing though. Like, do you really have a Mataratsu over Kodo Matsukami? You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like,
yeah.
because I feel like a Mataratsu in a combat prowess sense, I think it's
Right.
definitely more reliable than fucking Kodo, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like if we're like
Success rate.
again, this is why it's important. It depends what we're talking about. Like if we're talking, let's say we're talking about a team battle, right? What's gonna be more better, a Mataratsu or Kodo? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like fucking because like the hardcore Kodo requires eye contact to like really like where you're just fucked, right? You're
It's
controlled, you
less
can't do
practical.
anything.
Yeah, it's
So
less
that's
practical.
not really that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then like the other Kodo is like it doesn't require contact, but it's like a weaker, more subtle, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
version.
passive.
But as long
Yeah.
as someone touches you, right, and knows that something's wrong with your chakra, whatever, blah, then it doesn't really matter, you know. So like again, like I feel like in a team in a Mataratsu where you're just shooting very instantaneous flames is gonna be more like of a problem than a fucking eye contact requiring Kodo or fucking you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You know, like
Right.
now if it's 1v1, then I would say Kodo. I would say
Right. Yeah.
Kodo because
Oh, for
obviously you're
sure.
gonna
For
Genjutsu,
sure.
you're fucked. You know,
Yeah.
but
I think
yeah,
he should have been more
but
thorough in his what he meant by strongest. That's what I think he should have done.
Inherited bloodline
yeah.
traits. And yet, even though we've seen 3 users of the Amaterasu or Amaterasu derived abilities, anytime it's ever had to become remotely useful, it's had to been heavily augmented, whether that be through Kakusuchi or Ohirame. But that doesn't mean that it's a useless ability by itself. Amaterasu, after all, is known as the highest possible level of fire release, an ability that produces black, infinitely burning flames at the focal point of the user's vision. And usually because Amaterasu can simply be fired and cast onto somebody by looking at
Also
them, it's
one-shot that
considered to
fucking
be
dog.
almost
It
impossible
did.
to
That's a feat.
That
dodge.
That's a
was a
feat,
feat.
bro.
Anybody
Like,
That
else
fucking
let's
dog is a
pause this real
bitch.
quick. That's a
Amaterasu
feat. That
That dog
fucking
is a
dog tanked
bitch.
a massive KCM
Yeah.
Rising Shuriken. A
Yeah.
massive KCM Rising Shuriken, bro. Ate that shit.
Ate
And
it.
but then
Ate it.
Itachi does his Mataratsu and he was gone.
That
And
shit
mind you,
started whimpering.
that's a big deal because that dog, yeah, that dog has a hacks ability where if it gets beat up, it splits, right? So
Yeah.
you just can't beat it, right? You can't. Nah, Itachi's like, nope, not today. And it got hit by a Rising Chicken from KCM Naruto, and that did
It's
nothing.
that's crazy.
Like,
That just shows
so
like
yeah, no, like again, a Mataratsu's no joke, bro. If
the
it hits,
destructive.
you know what I mean?
It's very destructive. Yeah, it's very destructive. The
Yeah.
destructive capacity
Against a
of it.
hacks dog that was practically immortal, like,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
That
Like,
just shows the AP versus DC, like the destructive capacity just incinerated that shit. I was like, damn, bro,
yeah.
that's a
Like it's
feat.
better than the Rising Shuriken. As
Yeah.
crazy as that sounds, it's better than the Rising Shuriken in
Like
at least execution, right? You
yeah,
know?
in terms of
So
like long-term damage for sure. It's definitely
intercepted,
yeah.
dodged, and blocked several times. And even if hypothetically the Amaterasu flames do find their mark, there is plenty of defenses against burning to death. Whether that's Naruto's KCM1 cloak, Gaara's
That's true.
chakra
Yeah.
infused
it's true,
That's
yeah.
why
sand,
it sucks.
almighty push,
Yeah.
turning yourself into a tentacle and then swimming away, absorbing the
Yep,
flames with the
Nagato
usage of
Almighty pushed that
Rinnegan,
shit off his
absorbing the
body.
flames with the usage of
Yeah,
Remember that.
Karma Seal, certain
literally.
space-time ninjutsu jutsu being the Jinchuriki of the 10 tails in general. And oh yeah, you can also seal Amaterasu. Jiraiya did it. So not only if you have enough speed as the
Yeah,
jutsu,
so he just listed
relatively
all the
easy to
100
block,
fucking
but
ways
even if
to
you
counter
are hit,
Amaterasu, by the way.
That's crazy.
in fact, pretty much the only times that
Yeah.
Amaterasu has ever been effective in burning
He's not
something
wrong, though.
is with Sasuke
No, he's
using
not.
Amaterasu
He's not.
fire wrapping seal to wrap his Susanoo ribcage in Amaterasu, which was an Amaterasu ability and not a Kagutsuchi ability, which is odd. And then lured the fourth Raikage A into chopping said ribcage. But even in that scenario, when A's hand was engulfed in black
That's not
flames,
true
he
that Amaterasu was only
just cut
successful
it
at that
off.
point
And
in
it's like, yeah,
time,
most
though.
people
It was
probably
successful
couldn't or
against
wouldn't
A.
do that. But
It
like
was
that,
successful
and the time
against
that
the Three
Itachi
Tails, the
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, there's definitely more moments than just that
That's
moment.
not true.
Yeah.
He burned his way out of Jiraiya's toad stomach are the only two times that Amaterasu has ever really injured anything. Oh, Nick, what about when Itachi caught Yager
the toad
with
stomach.
Amaterasu?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that happened. It's technically filler, but it did
Yeah,
happen.
see, that's what I'm talking
And I
about.
mean, like, yeah, Yager survived that technically, and it was being broken out of Obito's genjutsu that actually killed him. And then some of you are also probably like, oh, but what about when Itachi hit Nagato with Amaterasu? Like, he literally pushed it off himself 3 seconds later. He was an Edo Tensei. It barely mattered. It's not a good jutsu. I mean, it's a great jutsu, but relative to all the other Mangekyo Sharingan abilities, it's just not that good. But speaking of abilities,
It also
that are
forced
great
Obito
relative
to do
non-Mangekyo.
Kamu or Izanagi, one of the two. Because
Yeah,
he hit him point
yeah.
blank.
That
Like,
shit
it
would
was
have
so
killed him.
fast, like point blank, it blitzed Obito.
Yeah, and he even
It
said
blitzed
that shit
Obito
would
in
have killed
point
me.
blank range. Like again, if you're like this is why like Amaterasu is such a weird one. Like again, if we're talking about like success rates against like very dangerous individuals, then yeah, it's fucking dog shit,
It's
right? In
shit. Yeah,
comparison
it's
to
shit.
the other MS abilities. But again, if it hits though, right? And especially with how fast it is, like bro, if you're in front of someone face to face and you launch Amaterasu, they're not dodging that. It's literally almost impossible. Like it's just
Yeah.
instantaneous. That's why Obito got hit by it, you know.
Yeah, even his
And
ass
he
got
only
hit.
survived due to either Kamui or Izanagi. And then Obito was shooken up from it. He was like, damn, if Itachi didn't know everything about me, that would have worked. You know.
Yeah.
So again, like Amaterasu is no joke. So like he said a moment ago, like it's not really great in damage either. That's not true. Like we've seen
No, it
plenty of
definitely
feats
damages.
where
Yeah.
it will fuck your shit up. It
Yeah.
can kill Obito.
Yeah, that should
Like,
have killed him.
you know, so
Yeah. It definitely, if it hits, it will definitely,
yeah.
unless
So
you're
I
like
disagree with that.
fucking Jigen, it's gonna damage you. It's gonna damage you for sure.
But see, what I'm getting though with this Jay is it feels
Yeah.
like he's talking more of like for like a convenience value of ranking it then, like you know, or
Right.
how successful it is.
That's what it
And if
seems
the
like.
case, I agree.
Yeah, if it
Yeah,
comes to
yeah.
that's the specific criteria in question, then yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
that. It's not successful
but
historically.
not all that good relative to
Yeah.
other Mangekyo Sharingan abilities.
Like Jigen
Let's
just
talk about
stood
our
there
number
and ate
5
that
spot.
shit.
That bit, he literally
At number
fucking
5
ate
on
it.
the list, ranking all of the Mangekyo
Kodo?
Sharingan
Okay.
abilities in Naruto, we have Kodo Matsukame. Yeah,
He fucking
So he does
swallowed
have
it.
speaking of
Kodo above
overhyped
Amaterasu.
abilities,
Okay, that's
Kodo
interesting.
Matsukame,
Okay.
Yeah.
the most overhyped jutsu in the entirety of the Naruto universe, wielded by none other than Naruto's version of Potential Man, Shisui. Oh, there's a video idea for the Weeb Commander, anime's top potential men, ranked and explained. Megami 1, Shisui 2. I got nothing for 3. Chad for 3. Vegeta 4.
Fucking Chad.
Ooh, people are gonna be mad about that video. Oh wait, no, it's Gohan, obviously. Oh,
Chad had
to
no
make that
potential for.
video
If he's talking about Bleach Chad, that dude had no potential. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
I'm so
He was a Chad, but he wasn't like no
I'm
nothing
not gonna
special.
lie, he is kind of low key like disrespecting Shisui though. Like Shisui
Yeah.
wasn't like some fodder though. He
He
was
wasn't
that
fodder.
dude had a run on site order. He had a run on site order just like Minato with the fucking nations and shit. He could cast his genjutsu on platoons of Lokage, Ninja, Anbu, whatever, like and just deal with them, no diff them. Like he was in the same par level of Itachi. And
Yeah.
mind you, this is the same Itachi that was over Hiruzen and Danzo. Okay,
Facts.
he was similar to Itachi at that point.
Yeah.
What's it called? They fought. They both beat each other multiple times. So like Shisui is not like a fucking weak ass fight. Like again, I know he lost to Danzo, right? But
Yeah.
if you analyze all three contexts, it was always getting off guard.
Yeah,
And
he
that's just
definitely got
because
off guarded.
Shishui's a fucking. He's basically Naruto. He's a fucking idiot. He's too kind. That's
Yeah.
his problem. You want to know
Yeah.
why Itachi don't get off guard or nothing? Because he don't play the fuck around.
He's
He's
cold.
always to the fuck. He's cold. Yeah, like he don't fucking play. Okay, Shishui is an idiot. He dropped his guard. He no div Danzo right off the whip. Thought he beat him, and then he got fucking off guard by Izanagi, which again is a
Facts.
reality warping genjutsu that it like consistency wise has never ever been dealt with successfully.
Never.
Ever. Every
Yeah.
time it's been used, it always worked. Every
Yeah.
fucking time. Obito used it, it worked. Fucking Shishui, not Shishui, Danzo used it, it worked. It even worked on Sasuke, but the only reason why Sasuke didn't die is because he still had his Susanoo activated.
Yeah. He
And
just defended
Danzo's
it every
retarded
turning.
ass, yeah, and Danzo's retarded ass was like, oh, let me use a kunai and announce that I'm still alive.
Oh,
And then
retard.
and then that's yeah, he's a fucking idiot. Like, and then but I'll never forget Sasuke's face. He was fucking shook. He was like, "What the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
you're
he shit
alive?
bricks.
Like, huh?"
Yeah.
You know, so like again, like even Sasuke would have died technically, but plot right and conveniently he still had Susanoo on. Okay, so he
Facts.
didn't get beat the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what happened to Shishui. Shishui didn't have his Susanoo on. You know, so again, like there's context, whatever, blah blah, you name it. So like low key, he is dogging him, you know, but yeah, I
Okay.
just want to put that out. He's not trash. Like, I'm sorry. You want to know what fucking trash is? Okay. You want to know what fucking trash is? A hit on in Kakuzu. That's
Yeah.
dog shit.
Kiba.
Okay?
Yeah.
Or Tobirama.
Yeah.
Tobirama. Yeah.
Tobarama,
Kiba.
Kiba,
Fucking.
Tenten. That's the
Shishui
fraud.
was literally relevant. Here's the crazy thing. Shishui was literally relevant throughout the entirety of the story of fucking Naruto while being dead.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you
how
know,
valuable his eyes were.
get out of here.
Like, bro. That's
Literally,
wild.
like Danzo needed it, Itachi needed it. Like, shut the fuck
I mean, fucking Itachi saved the
up.
world
Like,
with it.
better
Like,
yet, if it
bro.
wasn't for Shishui, Itachi would have killed. Itachi and Nagato would have killed Naruto and Killer Bee, and the war would have ended right there and then.
Yep.
If it
Would've
wasn't
took
for Shishui, if you think about it, it
Yep.
was because of Shishui's eye. That's the only reason why Itachi
Savior.
came to their side. You know,
Yeah,
so
you gotta stop hating on Seiichiro. Like,
Yep.
bro.
So
Danzo is a bitch. He had to sneak
literally,
him.
bro.
Like, he sneaked him like a bitch. Like, he didn't do shit. Like, bro.
Yeah, yeah. In the book, in the game, he used a bug, and he had a bug from like this clan dude, whatever, that bit Shishui while off guard. Like he was just
He's a
chilling in the
bitch,
village.
bro.
He got bit by a bug. You know what I mean? And then now he's poisoned and can't move. And then Danzo took his eye because of that. And then when he took his eye, his adrenaline came. So then he could move. And he's still fighting Danzo and an entire fucking platoon of Ambu while poisoned, missing an eye, okay, you know what I mean? And then goes into Susanoo to get him out, and then goes to Itachi. I mean, like,
Facts.
again, like, Shishui, he's not a fucking weak-ass bitch. Like, people be
No,
saying. Like,
that's
he's
cap.
not.
He's not. Danzo's just a
So, but,
bitch. Like, he likes sneaking people. That's all it is.
So far from done with this one.
Yeah.
Anyways, Kodomatsukame is not nearly as good a genjutsu as we are constantly told that it is. And definitely not good enough to justify apparently one of the strongest Uchihas of all time having it for both of his Monkey Kyo Sharingan abilities. See, the Kodomatsukame should be strong. It's a genjutsu so incredibly powerful that without eye contact, that is to say that the user can simply see somebody and use Kodomatsukame to waltz into their mind to completely change who they are as a person. They can give that person phantom experiences, trump up the worst parts of their personality, or even make them forget people, places, or things that were important to them previously. And the most impressive part of all of this is that the person who was under the effects of this genjutsu has no idea. However, there's one drawback. I lied. There's not just one drawback. There's several drawbacks. One, we learned from Itachi when he used the crow bearing the last of Shisui's Kodomatsukame eyes to break himself out of the control of Kabuto when he was brought back as an
Yeah, but that's the
Tensai
eye contact one,
reincarnation.
though.
That after
Yeah, that's
Kodomatsukame
the
was used
intense
on
one.
him, it wouldn't be able to be
Finger, you don't
reused
know.
for up
Yeah,
to
facts.
a decade.
That's
And where there
basic.
are ways to abbreviate the cooldown period of the Kodomatsukame, those ways are just having Hashirama Senju cells. But even with Hashirama's cells and so much more grafted onto his body, Danzo acknowledges the fact that he's unable to use Kodomatsukame several times in one day. But it doesn't end there. This genjutsu that Shisui would only be able to use once every decade.
See, no, I don't agree with this. Like, this is a large gray area, Jay. Like, he's
Yep.
over here, like, trying to basically say, oh, like, the weights is, like, when you use it, oh, now you gotta wait, like, decades, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of variables and unknown things that we just don't know. So I kind of talked about this a little bit,
He
too.
did. Yeah.
But, like, we don't know, like, you can't just assume that, oh, Shishui can only use it, like, once in a lifetime, or blah, blah. There's no way that's the fucking case, because if you take the novels into consideration, and along with everything, like, he's actually used this several times with like way less than a decade. Again, that's if you count the novels and whatnot. So like, there's that. But even if we didn't even bring the novels up, like, it's really weird to say Shishui is the only Uchiha that can't spam his MS ability.
Yeah.
That's just never been shown. Like, consistency wise, like, they're always spamming it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
So that's a little weird that he can't do that and that only Hashirama cells. Like, yeah, sure, Hashirama cells, that can be a factor
It's,
to let it
yeah,
be used, a lot more frequently because it's Hashirama, right? It's a fucking, but like I wouldn't say that's the only way, right? I think being a little bit of a disservice to Shishui.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure Shishui would be the exception as well, right? And Hashirama cells. Like a lot of people get that confused for some reason, and there's just
yeah,
not evidence really to prove that, right, or
yeah.
substantiate that.
It's not mutually
And if
exclusive.
anything, I'd say the
Yeah,
opposite. You know what I mean? Like, because from what we always see with the MSs, they all spam it. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
then they eventually go blind.
yeah, yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah, I
Yep.
don't agree with that.
It's
Yeah.
he's acting as if those two things are mutually exclusive, which are not. Like, yeah, he has Hashirama cells,
No,
but it could simply be that on also that Sishu was also able to do
he's not
this.
no Chia.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's not mutually exclusive, and we only saw very few instances of the Makoto Matsukami being utilized. So it's all speculation. He's just not
Yeah.
giving Sitri the benefit of the doubt, essentially. He's just kind of downplaying, like not downplaying, but rather making it very binary. It's either this or that, but
Yeah.
it's more complicated than that.
And then Jay, before we like moving it forward, like
Yeah,
I feel like this one is like gonna be definitely one of the most contentious ones. Mataratsu and Koto Matsukami.
yeah.
Like, how do you rank that though? Like, what do you agree, or do you think it depends?
I think
Like, I
it's
think it is
certainly
interesting, but
yeah,
yeah,
I think it certainly depends. Because if it comes down to if it hits, what's more dangerous, then it's I would say probably the Kodomatsukami, especially the more intense one, because you're at the
yeah,
literally at the mercy of the person that
yeah, yeah.
has
Affecting an Edo
captured
is
you in it.
insane. That's
Yeah, even in
insane.
Edo Tensei, which is insane, which again, not even the Infinite Tsukuyomi was capable of replicating the same feat.
Yeah,
So if it comes to that, then sure. If it comes to success rates, Amaterasu more than likely has a better. I guess it depends on who you're
it
fighting
has
as
a better
well, but
success
yeah,
rate technically than Kodo too. Yeah,
yeah,
it did fuck up a lot. Like, you think about it. Kodo only it did it. Yeah, when Donzo used it, someone just something's wrong,
they
right? Because they could
noticed
tell
it.
his personality was different.
Yeah,
He and all it the only it's you could easily negate it by either having a Byakugan or a fucking shotgun, right? You see
yeah,
their chakra flow, bam, right? So like success rate goes out the fucking window. Or if you know the person, right, and they're clearly not acting how they normally act, you know what I mean? You can tell. So that's how they found out. He wasn't acting how he normally acts, so then the
yeah,
guy activated his Byakugan. You know what I mean? And mind you, they weren't close friends with the guy. He was a fucking samurai dude.
yeah. It was
They
just
didn't
some
even know him, but
mediator.
they
Yeah,
knew something was off.
exactly.
So like so that's what I'm saying. Like for success rates and whatnot, that was a really shitty showing.
Yeah,
And then on top of it, like literally the only time it actually saved the fucking day was what Jay said, the
yeah,
actual hardcore one, right?
yep,
So like but again, we're talking not about if it hits. We already talked about that about the success rate. Amaterasu though, it did work on many people. It worked on
yeah,
Sasuke. It
yeah.
worked
It
on Three
affected many
Tails.
people.
It worked on a lot of fucking people. It worked on Raikage. You know what I mean? Like the whole nine.
Yeah,
So
empirically, it has better as have more success than the Kodo. The Kodo literally only has that one feat with Itachi and the crow.
yeah.
That's basically all we
So
have.
like for success rates or just in general, I have a Amaterasu actually over Kodo.
Yeah,
That's
higher
just me.
success,
You know what I
higher
mean?
success.
Yeah, yeah. Now if it hits, then Kodo.
Kodo, yeah,
But
you're cooked to no matter who you are.
but yeah, for all around, like for team battles, for 1v1 scenarios, for success rate, I got a Mataratsu. That's just
Yeah,
me. You know what I mean?
Amaterasu is definitely
Um,
more
what's it
successful.
called?
Yeah, and I think that
Yeah,
even Sisri being named Sisri of the Body Flicker, he's known more for his speed than his Kodo anyway, meaning he never really utilized it probably heavily because of the success rate.
exactly.
Yeah, so that just shows a greater
That's
probability
what I'm saying.
of the
So like that's what
possibility.
I'm saying. Like I disagree with NC Hammer there. I
Yeah,
disagree because he's saying like it's more all around convenient the other way around. But I don't no, I wouldn't agree with that. You know what I mean? Kodo only has two fucking showings.
yeah,
Like
and
Amaterasu has all kinds of showings. And yeah, don't get me wrong, we made fun of it already. We talked about it, but it was more successful though than Kodo. It was.
it was historically,
Like
empirically, it was more
so
successful. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I feel like
no.
I feel like NC Hammer should have been more concise with his criteria to make it more
Yeah.
more understandable why he's ranking these
Because
abilities
all
the
he
way he
said was the
is.
strongest, right? He
Yeah,
said the
it's very
strongest,
vague.
and then
It's
he also
vague.
said for like all around convenience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's vague because
So
it's not clear cut, and the way he's ranking this, I don't know. It's I think he shot himself in the foot not being more concise with the criteria,
He's
but
also completely detectable by
yeah,
anybody with a Byakugan, and probably some people with Sharingans.
yeah, we
And
said
when
that.
somebody who has been
yeah.
affected by Kodo Matsukame is seen to be under the effects of it, they can be broken out of Kodo Matsukame as easily as any other genjutsu. So yeah, it's a genjutsu you can use once every decade, and its biggest weakness is anybody who can see
Honestly, he's
topography.
not
This
wrong.
one can accomplish
Yeah.
very
Itachi got that
powerful,
Kodo
but
Matsukame with his
completely
finger, baby.
ineffective
With
within the
his
confines of
finger.
Konoha, which is
Facts.
where Shisui plans to use it. So with all
That
of
is
that taken
facts.
The
into account,
goat.
Kodo
That
Matsukame
dude
gets our
said,
second
"Hold
to
my
last
Kodo,
spot
bitch," with
at
his
5.
fucking
And it's at this
finger.
point in time
That was
that
a
we
fucking
actually
that was a
get into
W.
some of the good Monkey Kyo Sharingan abilities.
No
Because
eye
coming up at number
contact,
4
just
on
the
our list,
finger.
ranking all of the
Oh
Monkey Kyo
shit.
Sharingan abilities in Naruto, we have Kagutsuchi. Now listen, Kagutsuchi is
Okay.
basically just an Amaterasu derivative ability, but it is an
Oh, so
Amaterasu derivative ability that
He has
makes
as a
have that
separate
Amaterasu
ability.
an actually okay Monkey Kyo Sharingan ability. See, if
Okay.
we're being
Oh,
entirely real,
okay.
Sasuke kind of gets cheaped out by his second Monkey Kyo Sharingan ability being Kagutsuchi. See, because Kagutsuchi is technically just shape transformation applied to the black flames of Amaterasu. That'd be like if Naruto had two Monkey Kyo Sharingan, and one of his Monkey Kyo Sharingan abilities was the Rasengan, and the other was the Rasen Shuriken. Like, feasibly, there's really no reason that Sasuke should have been able to apply shape transformation to his Amaterasu in the first place. But still, being able to apply shape transformation to the Amaterasu is pretty big. See, because now that Amaterasu is no longer just a ball of black flame shot out of an eyeball that's very easily dodgeable, blockable, or interceptable, and it can instead be applied to things like Susanoo arrows, swords, rib cages, there are a million more ways that you can get Amaterasu on somebody else's body and get said body burning. And that's exactly what Sasuke does. See, whether it's wielding his own Amaterasu in his hand without having to worry about being burned, creating swords out of Amaterasu that can spike out when swung to reach somebody, blasting his Amaterasu in spiked out directions to impale anybody who's around him, or mixing his Amaterasu with his Chidori to increase its destructive capabilities.
That shit's cool.
Being able to
That
apply
shit was
Chidori?
Amaterasu to
gas.
That's
basically
fun.
Yeah, that
everything
shit was
in your
gas.
skin
Yeah.
is a crazy hack to have. Because Amaterasu
He
doesn't
said,
just
"Oh,
burn
no
people,
black
it
onyx
burns
Chidori," which is also
anything it
badass.
comes
He
in
said,
Yeah, that
"Not
shit was
Amaterasu
fire
Chidori,
too. That
bitch."
black Shidori
ash.
was fire.
Amaterasu can burn
Yeah.
other flames, and thus if you cover your Susanoo
She
ribcage
only
in
uses it once,
Amaterasu,
by the
your
way.
Susanoo
To
ribcage
this
Yeah.
day, I never
becomes
understood that.
untouchable.
Yeah, I
But
never
covering
got
your
that
blade
either.
in
That was
Amaterasu,
weird.
blocking that blade with your own causes your blade to burn away. It essentially makes your defenses impregnable and your offense
Okay, so we're basically on the
unblockable.
same
And thus, for
page with
all
this
those
ability. I didn't know he
reasons,
was separating the
Kagutsuchi gets
ability.
our number
Yeah, me
Again,
either.
though,
spot, which brings us to our
the context matters. If we're talking about if it hits, I would still lean Makoto, regardless of this
Yeah, if
ability.
it hits, yeah, for
If
sure.
it hits, yeah. But if we're talking about all around in general convenience, whether if it's combat, 1v1, team battle, or or success rate, obviously a moderate, especially this ability, right?
Yeah, very malleable, very
Because yeah,
versatile.
this one's very, very versatile, and if it wasn't for this ability, Sasuke would have died against the Raikage.
He would have got cooked.
So
Yeah, he would have got cooked. He would have been
yeah,
eliminated and probably died that day. Definitely without that shit. He would have got cooked.
number 3 entry, the actual best genjutsu one can get from Mangekyo Sharingan, because coming up at number 3
Oh
on our list,
shit.
ranking all of the Mangekyo Sharingan abilities in Naruto,
Hey,
we
W Itachi fan.
have
is
Tsukuyomi. Listen,
there
it might require eye contact to pull off
number
this
4
genjutsu,
though?
and
Damn.
that's a
That's
point for
wild.
Kodo Matsukame, but you know it's not a point for Kodo Matsukame? The fact that Tsukuyomi takes milliseconds to use. So
Facts.
hypothetically, if somebody was watching a fight between Kakashi and Itachi,
Wasn't it
they
a
with their Byakugan
Yeah, it's even less.
picosecond
It's
though?
actually less than a millisecond. It's a
Yeah, it's
picosecond.
less. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a picosecond,
yeah. That
which is
that that thing
insane.
crazy. That's like a billionth. A millisecond is, I believe, a thousandth of a second. A picosecond is a millionth of a second. I mean, excuse me, a billionth of a
Yeah.
second, which is insane. So that's how
But
fast
again,
it is.
like, see, this is a little weird. Like, so, this is where it gets a little weird again because if we're talking like let's say it hits, right? You know what I
Right.
mean? What's it called? Obviously better than fucking Amaterasu.
Yeah, facts.
Kodo Matsukami, like they both get the same result done at the end
Yeah,
of the day.
very
Um,
potent.
so like it's like who really cares? You know what I mean? But I'll say this though, fucking like then for like all around convenience, right? Like in general, team battles, 1v1s, whatever, definitely, absolutely over Amaterasu and Kodo, right?
Oh, for sure.
Because again, like you get hit by that bitch, you are
You're
fucked.
cooked. Yeah, you're cooked.
Like remember the team battle with Kakashi,
Yep.
Asuma, and Kurenine?
Yeah.
Itachi hits him with it, and they didn't even know what happened. They were like,
Yeah.
wait, what? Like you were talking one moment, and then you just fell in the water. Like what's going on? You know, like
Yeah.
so it is insane in team battles. It's insane in 1v1s,
Very
especially
potent.
if you're caught off guard and don't know about it. You know,
Yeah.
you can't get any assistance or help, you know, like a Kodo. So like I definitely agree with it being above those. I just don't know about it being number 4, right?
Yeah,
Especially
that's
if we're
weird.
talking about it if it hits.
Yeah.
Because if anything, I'd have this over Sadara too.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
should have.
lying. Like if it hits, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're fucking. There's no defending. There's no defense against Tsukiyomi. That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
If you get hit, you're
None.
fucked. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? With Sadara's shit, you can at least to some extent fight back, right? From what I heard,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
This
all
is
I'm
a
saying.
very. Yeah. Again, he should have been more. He should have been more concise with his criteria. It would have made this make a lot more sense to us, probably.
Yeah.
Seen for less than half
Yeah.
a second that Kakashi was under the effects of Genjutsu, but have fun getting over there and breaking him out of said Genjutsu before irreparable damage was done. Even if you were right next to Kakashi and you saw that he got affected by Tsukiyomi, if you reached over as fast as you could and tried to break him out of it, the Genjutsu would probably have run his course before you could get your arm over to him. And even if you
That
are
shit's
real
insane.
speed,
That shit is
Stabbing a
cooked.
72
motherfucker
hours of
for
torture
Yeah, he like
before
fucking
the finds
crucified
the
his
fact that within
ass.
the confines of
Like
Tsukiyomi,
Jesus. I
Itachi
was like, Jesus,
millions
bro.
of fucking
or even
like
either
like
subject you to
Jesus
the
on
horrors of watching your
steroids.
Yeah, it
parents
was like
die something like
crucifixion times
50,000
Fucking
thousands.
times, tie you up and stab you
Yeah,
on a
right there.
crucifix
Pause
for
that shit.
72
That
He
shit is
hours.
fucking he
crazy.
made Sasuke watch. He made Sasuke watch him kill his parents for like 3 days straight,
That's
bro.
wild work. That's wild work,
Like
dude.
the whole clan, like, and then the Kakashi got stabbed by like millions of swords for 3 fucking
He
days.
basically literally
Like,
told
bro,
Kakashi, like, he's like, bitch, you think Jesus suffered? Watch this, bitch. Like, bro, that's crazy. He crucified him and like put it on steroids. I was like, bro, that's fucked up. That is
bro,
fucked up,
bro,
bro.
his MS ability was so goaded. They literally turned it into Infinite Tsukiyomi to solve all world's problems.
Literally, like, bitch, he's the
They
key.
said infinite, baby.
Yeah, that's what Madara says. Like, bitch,
Yeah.
Itachi's the key. Literally.
Itachi was the key all along.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like,
Madara was like,
damn.
Itachi, you have the Tsukiyomi?
He's like, bitch, I'm gonna make that
I
infinite.
need that shit.
Yeah, literally.
Yep.
Like, bro, he was always him. Even Hashirama's like, bitch, he's better than I am.
Yep.
Like, facts. That's crazy.
Hours, or
Mhm.
give you a nice 80-year-long life where you and him live until you're
Oh
old
yeah,
and gray and you have
it's a
kids and you
W
live
girlfriend
out a
death.
long, nice life as ninjas and there's no war. And then when you're woken
That's
up
what's
from that
also
dream,
crazy
when
about
you
it. Yeah,
die
he
of
can
natural old
give you
ages and
happily ever
Tsukiyomi, you're
afters.
so
Yeah,
sure it's ready to open
gave her
your
heaven
eyes
for
that
80
That
you
bitch lived
years.
an
travel
entire
a
life.
world, that you
Yeah,
literally
An
get to
literally 80,
see
entire
a
life,
world
bro.
80
that
years
makes
in heaven. That's
Tsukiyomi the
crazy.
only Genjutsu canonically that has ever killed. And yeah, there's really no argument to be made that Kodo Matsukame is better in any feasible way. The only defense
Actually
against
true, by the way.
Tsukiyomi is being
Yeah,
such
The
it's a
an
only
W.
incredibly
Genjutsu that's killed
talented
people was
Sharingan
Tsukiyomi, yeah.
user, like
Facts.
Sasuke in his
The
battle
W
against
glaze.
Itachi, that you're able to use your Sharingan to break out of the control of Tsukiyomi. And we learned from Itachi Shinden that the time passed within the Genjutsu of Tsukiyomi is 1/100th of 1/1000th
That's the only glaze
of
I
1
accept is
1/millionth
Itachi.
of the time
He's not wrong
passes
though. It's the only
Yeah,
Genjutsu that actually killed.
that's facts though.
the
That's
real
facts.
world. Meaning you can live for 80 years with your first ever girlfriend in Tsukiyomi in just a matter of seconds. So yeah, it's broken, but not as broken as our number 2
Oh
spot. Coming
shit.
up at number 2 on our
Oh,
list
this is
right
number 2. Okay, gotcha.
Taking all of the Mangekyo Sharingan abilities in Naruto,
Okay.
we have Ohirame. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really, in good faith, put it in the
Okay.
number 1
So
spot.
I'll say this really quick, Jay.
Yeah.
I agree with her being above Tsukiyomi only if it's for like all around convenience.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Like in general, like because like in
Yeah.
a battle
She
scenario,
could snipe
whatever,
and
or
shit.
like team battles, like yeah, that's pretty fucking scary because it doesn't require eye contact, right?
Yep.
Everyone's getting pulled and shit, getting sniped. So yeah, I would agree it is more convenient, it is more dangerous, you know what I mean, in
Yeah.
that regard. But again, if we're talking about if it hits, you know, or what's more dangerous in that factor, I would still have Tsukiyomi over though. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Sugimi
And
is
then
so
most
potent.
importantly, one regard that it can do, yeah, Tsukiyomi could also give you a good ending too.
Yeah.
She
It's
can't do that
more
shit. You know what I mean?
immersive.
So like again, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, like it's just so much more, you know. So like, you know, so again, if I would assume he's on the route of like just all around, right? Just all around
Yeah, yeah, it has to
convenience
be.
or the strongest, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's something that makes sense because like logically speaking, then I would agree.
yeah.
You know
At
what I
that
mean?
point,
So
yeah, she can
yeah.
like it seems like she can make multiple of them and shit, like snipe multiple people.
Yeah,
It's
is that
crazy.
She can
boring?
control your
Maybe. Any
movement,
other
snipe
Mangekyo
you, like
Sharingan
that's
ability
insane.
allowed
Yeah,
us
that's
to be able
crazy.
to defeat a
And
Shinju? Maybe
multiple of
not.
them
But I've seen
too.
Yeah,
Ohirame
multiple.
used
Not
just
just
Yeah,
one.
once.
that's
So I
wild.
can't quite say it's the greatest Mangekyo Sharingan ability of all time just yet. On top of that, we don't even know if both of Sarada's eyes use Ohirame or if she has two separate abilities like that of her father. Even though her father
Too.
doesn't
She could have something else
two
too.
separate
Yeah,
abilities.
that would be
Like, listen,
crazy.
Yep.
there is a good argument to be made that Ohirame is actually the strongest Mangekyo Sharingan ability we've ever seen. See, Ohirame, whose specifics we've actually never really talked about on
How?
Let's
this
see.
channel, allow for Sarada to create up to 4 black spheres simultaneously. Now, these
It's
black
crazy.
spheres vary in diameter from 5 centimeters all the way up to 250 centimeters. And
How the
these
fuck is
spheres
she
have
floating? I just
gravitational
realized
pull
that.
I know, what the fuck?
Like, wait a minute.
mass. That
It's
means
like
the smaller
fucking
they are,
God
the
or
more
some
She's
shit.
floating in the
gravitational
air.
pull they have.
That's
And
crazy.
Sarada is able to control the gravitational pull of each and every
What does that
single
say? No, Orihime is an alternate name for Amaterasu, the sun goddess and chief deity of the Shinto. Oh, this is like some like theology shit.
one of
Never
these
mind.
black spheres individually.
Okay.
Not only choosing how hard it pulls things in, but also choosing what it pulls in.
That's
Whether that be
crazy.
weapons, jutsus, or living things. And by altering what's affected by these gravitational forces and how hard those gravitational forces are pulling that thing in, Sarada
Oh,
is
so it
able
affects
to pull
all
whatever
things
she
too?
wants
Yeah,
Not
out of
just
it.
humans?
she
Okay.
could
Wow.
literally like so she has so much control. She can choose what gets sucked in by it and how strong it gets sucked in. That's pretty fucking crack. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Damn.
So that bitch could say, "Fuck you, I'm taking you, and I'm not taking him." Like some type shit like that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
These
wild.
black spheres
So she
make
can defend with
incredible
it too.
force.
She can pull
Yeah.
people
Coming in on
away
these
and pull
spheres
them.
and
Okay.
slowly
Wow.
That's
but
Damn.
surely
crazy.
crushing them.
That's
At
what
the
I'm saying.
beginning,
Like that is
Sarada
more
can
convenient than
detonate the spheres
Tsukiyomi.
to
That's
create
Yeah.
an
very,
explosion,
very,
wiping out
Very
very
versatile.
strong.
Yeah, very strong,
Yeah.
very versatile. She can make 4 of those shits. Like that's insane.
who's ever been
Atachi would be
pulled into
proud.
them.
Atachi
Oh,
would be
hell
proud. He's like,
yeah.
yeah, that's my granddaughter.
He's like, that's definitely that's my niece for sure. That's a W.
Asu on account of the fact
Yeah,
that
not
this
granddaughter,
ability is
niece. Fucking
derived from
tripping. What's it
Amaterasu,
called? He's
but
like,
is
fuck
rather
yeah.
the inverse of
Yeah, that'd be a
He's like,
W.
Amaterasu.
Sasuke, she
Amaterasu
making you
is
look
the
like a
name of the sun
bitch.
goddess
That
of Boruto, or she's
trash
also
ass
known as
Matsu
Ohirame.
He's
flame
like,
control.
it's like your shit is ass, buddy. You had flame control. That's
Asu
ass.
uses flames as hot as the sun, while Ohirame focuses on black holes which are created by collapsing stars. Whatever Sarada wants to be affected by her gravitational pull, she has to
But
look
I'm
at it.
glad.
Kind of like
I'm
how
glad they gave her
Amaterasu was
something good
fired
though.
with
You know what I
one
mean? Like,
Yeah,
sphere.
you
Which
had
is
to.
she's a
kind of be
beast.
considered a
Yeah.
drawback, but there's another drawback as well, which is
And it's
that
what's
if
even
Sarada elects for
more
Yeah.
impressive is she's half Uchiha. She's
Yep.
not even full Uchiha.
Not
So
even
like
full of
it
Chia.
takes way more of an effect on her chakra wise, stamina. Like, and yet that bitch she's doing her thing, you
Yeah,
know?
she's killing it. I mean,
So
she took on a look at this dude like shitting himself, and that's a Shinji too. That's crazy.
to be considered a drawback, but there's another drawback as well, which is
Yeah.
that if Sarada elects for a living being to be pulled into one of her black spheres, the gravity of that black sphere begins to affect her as well. However, Sarada is able to selectively control the gravitational
Oh,
pull
shit.
of all of her black spheres around her to counteract this pulling, which not only stops her from being pulled into her own black spheres, but also
Oh.
allows for her to levitate or fly.
Oh, that's why
like
she's
Ino
levitating.
Suzuki. And so far as Mangekyo Sharingan abilities go, that
That's
is
why.
not
So
only
she
the
can
most
control
complicated
her, even though it affects her too, but she can control it. So it's
That's
not a
fire.
weakness
That's
that
fire.
can be exploited. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
She's smart. She's smart that she did do so
Yeah.
quickly. Yeah.
of all of
Yeah.
them.
And she just
She's like, let me
awakened
fly
it.
in this bitch.
Yeah, like she just awakened her
Yeah.
ability and she's like, bitch, I'm gonna start flying. I'm like, bro, you just opened the ability. That's
But also
crazy.
probably to this day the
Insane
coolest
intelligence.
isn't
That's that
Yeah.
Itachi intelligence right
That's
there.
Itachi
maybe she
intelligence.
does have the potential to be, but for the moment, I
Not even
can't say
Sasuke was
that
that
it
smart.
is.
Sasuke's
Nah.
smart, but
Because
he
I
wasn't
believe
that
that
smart.
honor
Nah,
still
Sasuke would have
belongs
died.
to
He would
our
have sucked himself in.
#1 spot.
Yeah.
Because coming in at #1 on our list,
Oh,
ranking
shit.
all of the Mangekyo Sharingan abilities in Naruto, we have Kamui. It's just so
Honestly, so
broken.
valid,
Now,
though.
listen,
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
a fan of
valid.
the
That's a
It is
use of
valid.
broken.
Kamui's
It's
Yeah,
broken.
that shit is
lately,
crack
aside
as
from the fact
fuck.
that it was
It's
being used
broken.
You can make yourself
Had
intangible.
infinite
Fucking,
regeneration on the
that's
side of his
crazy.
Yeah.
body that his Kamui eye was in, and therefore he was able to use Kamui, and therefore his intangibility way more than
But
any
look at that.
other
That's so
person would have been able
cold.
to.
That's
It's like
fucking
he's
cold
just
as hell.
standing there.
Kamui less than
Imagine
30
like
times
shooting his
before
ass
the
and he
entire
just
Or
like
remember,
goes
remember when he
through him.
walked through Nagato?
Oh
Yeah, Jay, remember when he
shit.
walked through
Yeah.
Nagato too with
Yeah.
the white mat? Yeah, he just coming right through it. Like, yo, he
Nagato was
did
like
some
pissing
cold shit.
himself. He's like, the fuck? He's like, bitch, you can't even touch me. Like, dude, that is crazy. Imagine shooting someone and the fucking bullet just goes through them. Like, bro, that's crazy work, bro.
Yeah.
That's the aura Obito had.
Or like remember that Donzo's henchman? They do this sword moment, goes right through his
Oh,
head, and then bam, he catches it. He's like, "Bitch,
he's like, bitch, you thought. I'm
leave."
like, that's crazy work. He has so much aura that even
Yeah, so
Minato's.
this is
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, no,
because
this is actually a correct W take that NC has. Like, yeah,
yeah,
no, the Kamui is just broken.
just
This is
imagine having so much aura that even Minato himself thought you're Madara. Like that's how much aura Obito had. That's crazy. That's crazy work, bro. And that's all because of Kamui. All because of Kamui. Phasing through shit. He looks like a
yeah.
fucking like a
But
ghost.
again, I'll say this: no matter what, Tsukiyomi is number one though. If we're talking about if it hits,
Pure
right?
potency.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
success rate, if it hits and success rate, Tsukiyomi is technically number one.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just I don't. It's never. No one's ever beaten it. Okay,
Never.
no, not. And I know you'll probably be like, oh, what about Sasuke? That's bullshit. Itachi let him fucking
Yeah,
out.
that
Don't
was
hear that
cap.
shit.
He was
Okay,
yeah, that
it's
was
literally
cap.
been stated verbatim. Yeah, it's been stated verbatim that it's impossible to beat it twice by Itachi himself and Kakashi himself, who
Yeah.
experienced it. So on and so forth, whatever you name it. Itachi literally let him break out of fucking Tsukiyomi.
Yeah, literally. It's like, dude, the
He
dude,
just no, that's
it's
bullshit.
very obvious he was undercover.
What's it
Like, come
called?
on.
There's a lot of context. Exactly. There's a lot of context, a lot of evidence to support that. But regardless, yeah, like success rate, Tsukuyomi's never failed, and when it hits, you're absolutely fucked. There's no way to defend it. You can't even have a teammate help you. You're
Yeah,
literally fucked.
you're
Okay.
cooked.
So again, if we're talking about that, like Kamui, don't get me wrong, it's strong, but like overall, right? But not in hit regard though,
Yeah.
because plenty of people have gotten out of Kamui.
It's not as
Whenever they're getting
deadly.
sucked up, Minato countered it with flying Raijin.
Yep.
Yeah,
Minato.
like Minato countered it with flying Raijin, guys countering it with fucking nunchucks, the
Nunchucks.
whole nine. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like fucking body flicker can
It's
counter it if you
defendable.
count the Naruto movie. Okay,
Yeah.
like yeah, like it's very defendable. You know what I mean? And the biggest weakness of it too is like when he's sucking you in, he has to no homo. He has to materialize. You know what I mean?
Facts. Facts.
Like so he's vulnerable when he's
Yeah.
doing that little fucking vacuum shit.
There's
That's
a
when you can
weakness.
hit him,
The
and
drawback.
everybody. Yeah, everybody deduced that weakness.
Yeah.
Everybody. You don't even have to be super intelligent to
I mean,
deduce that. You know
Naruto
what I mean?
cooked
Like,
him. Like,
so
yeah. It's like, bro, you
yeah.
got
So like
cooked.
again, like if we're talking about like it's the success rate and when it hits, Tsukiyomi is still number one. It makes sense. Tachi baby. That's what
Yeah. W
it is.
Glaze. Yeah. It is what it is, and
Like I'm not even saying that because like don't get me wrong, like Itachi is my favorite Chia out of all of them. Like that's
yeah.
an utter fact.
This is a fact.
But I'm being dead ass too. Like if we're being like logical, right? Like and talk about if it hits and it's in the success rate, Tsukiyomi is the only one that always gets it done every fucking time.
This is
Look
a
at
W.
Infinite Tsukiyomi if you even count that technically. You know what I mean? Like
Global
yeah,
scale.
so
Yeah, it's like, come on, bro. What are you talking about here?
Yeah, but if it's all around and convenience in battle, then yeah, Kamui is busted. Like,
Yeah,
this is
Kamui.
1v1, it's insane. Team battles, it's insane. Survival, it's insane. You know.
Yeah, BFRing, it's like
Madara
yeah.
steals his Sharingan Eye from him. Now, Kamui, when you boil it down, is a relatively simple jutsu. It allows for the user of the Monkey Kill Sharingan to store certain things in a separate dimension, specifically the Kamui dimension. And anything stored inside this Kamui dimension can be accessed only by people with access to the Kamui Monkey Kill Sharingan ability. Now, there is a fair to decent possibility that anybody
basically
who's
like
based
an
on
upgraded
ninjutsu
version
would
of
be
a
with
model
enough
actually.
effort able
Facts.
to
Like, it
access
actually
the Kamui dimension.
works
It also
a lot
stands to
more.
reason that if you were to trap
Literally.
somebody
Less
like
ways to defend
Kaguya
it.
inside of the
Yeah.
Kamui dimension, they'd be able to leave rather easily. But for those people who do not have space-time ninjutsu, like flying Raijin or Yamatsu Hirasaka, getting caught inside the Kamui dimension is a death sentence. Not only because they have no way to leave, but also because
if you get
anything
caught,
that is
yeah.
sealed inside
Yeah,
the
if you get
Kamui
caught.
That's the
dimension
problem.
has
Like
its
when you
chakra
get hit
become
by it, you can
completely
get out of it
untraceable.
potentially.
Now,
You
even
know,
though
so that's why
Yeah.
again, it's just
Obito
not.
and
You know.
Kakashi
It's not
are
instant,
Kamui,
yeah.
Their Kamui operates differently. With the right eye
Yeah,
of Obito
and
allowing
Tsukiyomi's
him to
instant.
teleport
You're just
parts of
fucked.
his own
Pico's
body
second
into
might
the
as well be
Kamui
fucking
dimension,
instant. You're
making
cooked.
him selectively intangible, or giving him incredible teleportation options. Because the second that Obito wants to leave, either by himself or with somebody else, all he needs to do is warp himself and possibly whoever he's holding on to into the Kamui dimension.
That's another
and then
issue
from the
too.
Kamui
Technically, in
dimension,
theory,
pop out
even if you get
anywhere
hit by it,
else.
if
See,
you have
that's the thing.
flying
If
Raijin
Obito
or some
leaves the Earth,
space-time ninjutsu, I heard there's arguments because of Boruto that you can literally get out
Yeah.
of it technically.
Someone like him definitely would get
From
out.
whatever Boruto did. Yeah, because like apparently Flying Rising was shown in Boruto where Boruto used it, and mind you, he hasn't even mastered it yet.
Yeah.
Because apparently he made a statement where he's still not as good as his
Yeah,
grandfather, which is
exactly.
insane.
And he used it
Grandpa.
interdimensionally too.
But yeah, he was Yeah, to travel through. So in theory, even though I know Minato stated that, oh, if he got hit, but to be fair, Minato wasn't in the Kamui dimension yet, right?
Yeah, he didn't know. He
Maybe
didn't
until
know.
he got there, then he would have changed his mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't know, and he's obviously not gonna fucking risk it, right? You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
like,
Too great a
so in
risk.
theory, he's like, if I probably get hit by that, that's why the battle's over, or I'm dead. That's probably what he means, more
Yeah, he
than
probably thought it
likely.
would kill him. Yeah.
Not actually is the case. Yeah,
Yeah.
so again, like that's another issue with it too. Again, you can't do that with Tsukiyomi though.
Yeah,
You
no,
can't do that.
you can't do shit.
Saving. You know what I mean? There's no defense. You're just
No.
fucked, which
You're
is
cooked.
ridiculous. But that's just
Like,
how it is.
yeah, that shit
You
is
know?
it's like almost instant death. As close to instant as you can get.
Because that's Jay, it's ridiculous. Itachi, like, he's just such a fucking asshole. Like, he's the only Uchiha with the MS ability where if it hits, there's no defense at all.
Yeah, you're
Like,
cooked.
the
You're
only
fucking cooked.
one.
And then you could choose how to like torture you
Everyone
too.
else can fight back.
Yeah, that's crazy that he's
Yeah.
like, you know what? You're
Like,
cooked,
like
so
it's
I'm
just
gonna
so
choose.
degrading, so
Yeah.
humiliating. Like,
He
Itachi's
could
just a savage,
he's a
bro. Like,
savage, dude.
he's
Like
just a
he put
savage.
Jesus crucifixion to shame with
Uh,
Kakashi. I'm like, bro, that's cold, man. That's crazy. That's another level of
telling
cold.
you.
Yeah, that's wild. That's a
Fourth
W.
dimension using Kamui, he doesn't have to come back to the spot that he left. Upon returning to the Kamui dimension, Obito can go anywhere, and he doesn't necessarily need to designate the location that he's portaling off to while he's using the technique, which leads a lot of people to believe that it's actually flying Raijin.
Yeah, transportation's
but it's
dope
not.
too.
The
Yeah, I
selective
forgot about
Yeah,
that.
it's
intangibility
fire.
doesn't technically make Obito invulnerable. See, well, yes, it's intangibility, and this is the thing that a lot of
W
people don't
guy.
know, activates subconsciously. Obito's not constantly
Mhm.
choosing what parts of his body to send to the Kamui
Obito's
dimension.
fatigued, to
Simply
be
by
fair,
activating
but
his
still
Yeah,
W.
facts, facts.
his body
Yeah, still W.
reflexively braces itself for combat and contact.
Motherfucker would be like, "Oh,
Sending away
he's
the parts
sky
of his
level."
body that are about to be contacted.
Literally, like,
However,
come on,
because
bro.
if Obito wants to touch
Some bullshit.
anything that he wasn't touching prior to the activation of the Kamui, he has to make his whole body tangible again, which is how Minato
W Minato.
was able to hit him with a Rasengan. The other weakness is that Obito is
Like, see, like right here, this is a point, blatant example. Like,
Yeah.
it has weakness. That's
When
the
he's
problem.
fighting that guy, someone that's that guy, he gets cooked. That's what happens with Minato. When
Yeah,
Naruto, KCM2, like, bro, you're
right.
gonna get
But if
cooked.
Minato got hit by Tsukiyomi,
Cooked.
he's
Yeah, he would have cooked.
cooked.
He would have been like, bitch, do you think your speed's gonna help you here? I'm gonna cook you. And then look at him and he's cooked. Like, bro, that's just not the way this
Because
works,
that's the
pal.
thing. Minato looked at Obito's eyes that whole fight
Yeah,
too.
the whole fight.
So
Like,
he threw the same shit to Itachi,
yeah.
and then Itachi would just cook him. He's fucked.
He's like, bitch, you're looking at me in my eye. You're fucking dumb. Like, what the hell what's wrong with you? Like, he would have been cooked
Literally,
immediately.
like he's like, "You're the fourth Hokage."
It's like,
All right,
bitch.
bet.
It's like, bitch, you knew my dad,
Like,
and you're looking at
every
me in
guy,
the eye.
guys, like I know you guys are probably like, "Oh, you're just glazing." No, like,
Yeah, bro, come
no,
on.
bro. Like Obito landed like multiple Kamuis on Minato. The first time he landed on him was from
Facts.
behind.
From behind.
He literally started Kamuing him, and Minato flying Raijin out of it. Okay.
Facts.
The second time was what's it called when they were doing their fucking exchange. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he did it again, flying Raijin out of it. Like,
Yeah.
so like
Like,
he got hit by an ability and still got out of that bitch.
yeah, he's just because he is that guy when it comes to speed, but with Itachi, that shit won't fly. It's like, bitch, you knew my dad, and you're looking at me in the eye.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's crazy work.
For intangibility. In his
It's like,
intangibility
bitch, you should
phase,
know
only
already
lasts
the
for
wicked
about
eye.
5 minutes.
That's
Which
crazy.
is what Konan planned on when she split an entire sea with explosive seals, because she knew that the explosions of these explosive seals would run longer than 5
Yeah, that's
total
crazy.
minutes. And thus, after Obito's intangibility phase was over, he would die to the explosions, because between that intangibility and teleportation phase, he would be vulnerable to them. Now, the left eye of the Kamui is a long-distance iteration.
Sniping.
Or kind of like with Amaterasu, the user is able to focus on a faraway object.
That's
and
what
use
actually
Kamui
made it
whatever their
broken, though.
focus is
Yeah,
like.
that shit is
And in
cracked.
the spot the Kamui is now activated, a gravity well opens up that begins to pull anything near it into the center. And anything unfortunate enough to end up in the center of this Kamui activation is teleported to the Kamui dimension. Whether that's Datara's right arm, the Ten Tails head, or Kakashi himself. As eventually during the
This is where Sadara
Sadara
still shines, though, because she doesn't have to look at you.
Yeah,
You
she doesn't
just
need
get
to
sucked
look.
in and you're fucked, you know?
Yeah, you're just cooked.
Like the only problem with that is you got that requires eye contact, you know?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You get access to a bunch of other fun abilities, like the ability to piggyback on other people's space-time ninjutsu, allowing for its user and those nearby to travel to the target location of other users' space-time ninjutsu. Also, you get the Susanoo, and then you can apply Kamui to all the things on your Susanoo, like gigantic shuriken or your Raikiri, and thus now not only are you trying to hit somebody with a blade made out of lightning, but also if they're hit by said blade made out of lightning, they get teleported to a place they can't leave. And thus, for all
out of all
reasons,
Susanos,
I
definitely
still
I would
believe
agree
to this
that
day
if we were talking Susano,
is the
it's
greatest
the best.
Mangekyo
Yeah.
Sharingan
Yeah,
technique
that shit was
ever created.
cracked.
What do you guys think? Do
The
you think we've seen
second
enough
best is
Hero Man ready
Itachi,
to say
like
that it's
a sword
better
that
than
can,
Oh,
no matter
yeah.
what, kills you, and has shield that blocks anything. Like that's ridiculous.
That's
Like this video,
ridiculous.
subscribe to the page, hit that notification. Now, if you
All right. Again, shout out to Ode. Shout out to Batman.
Shut
That
up.
was shout out to Ode, man. I'll say this because Ode's he's one of our guys. So criteria greatly alters this ranking. If it comes down to if you get hit, Tsukiyomi's number one. If it comes down to success rates, probably Kamui was probably number one.
Yeah.
Or Stardust. I think, yeah, it's between Stardust and Kamui for sure.
Yeah.
So it depends on the criteria greatly. Certainly depends on the criteria.
Yeah, because that's another contentious element of it. Like
Yeah.
Sadara and Kamui, that's up in the air depending on what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Because
Facts.
again, like we said, yeah, you need eye contact. You know what I mean? So like technically Sadara would be more,
more,
as an advantage
more
because
successful.
it doesn't require eye contact. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
And she can make
like she
multiple
can keep
holes.
you away from her,
Yeah.
and she can fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can make multiple holes,
Like
not
so,
just
like
one.
again, like that. And see, that's an issue because it's a fucking black hole, whatever, blah. So I would assume speed is also a non-factor with that.
Yep.
So meaning like that's the problem because Conway's weakness is speed. If you're just faster,
Yep.
it doesn't matter. You're fucked.
cooked.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
While with Sadara's ability, if it's already being used, speed doesn't matter because you can't move. She's literally controlling your movement with a
She's
black
like,
hole.
yeah, she's like,
so
gravity's against
like
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
like literally,
that's
like you just
cracked.
can't
Yeah, that's
to
cracked.
fucking do it. And like yeah, like that's just ridiculous. And then if you're near it, you just start getting basically convoyed. You know
Yeah,
what I
you're
mean? So
getting
it's just
engulfed.
like it's a more convenient convoy technically,
Yeah, it's like an
So like
upgrade.
again, like that's kind of the problem, So like again, like if we're talking like as now thinking about it, like as crazy as it sounds, Jay, if we're saying combat scenarios, I'd actually have Sadara over Kamui, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
we're saying survival, then I'd say Kamui.
Kamui
Like
still,
just to
yeah. Survival,
survive
yeah.
only,
Yeah.
right? Like to get away, you know what I mean? Or to like not get hit by
You could
anything, then
escape.
obviously Kamui, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if we're talking about like success rate, then I would say Kamui.
Yeah.
Fucking like if it well, like it like a fucking yeah, because Sadara's only had one showing, right?
So far, yeah. So far, only
Kamui's
one
had
showing.
like fucking yeah. So again, like I agree, absolutely agree. It just really depends what you're talking about. And then like even for the category, like if it does hit two, like I think guess technically you give that to Kamui because he has more showings, right?
Yeah.
It's not really fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, absolutely. But continue, brother. I was just talking.
Oh,
about
you're good. Yeah. So yeah, like we said, criteria definitely matters. I think
Yeah.
Nancy Hammer could have been more concise and specific about what exactly his criteria is because the way he ranked it, it was a little bizarre. He didn't really stick to one or the other, like to just pure strength, pure potency,
Yeah,
success
he kept
rates.
going all around. Like one
Yeah.
moment he's talking about if it hits, then the next moment he's talking about all around convenience.
Yeah.
Then another moment he's talking about
Wasn't
like
consistent.
what
Yeah,
was
wasn't
more
consistent.
successful. Like what do we how are we ranking it?
Yeah, his criteria
So
wasn't consistent. That was the problem. Yeah, that was the problem with it.
because again, like we said before, if we're it's a big deal. If we're talking about if it does hit, Itachi's technically number one. Like dead
Yeah.
ass. As crazy as that
As
sounds.
potent as it is, it's
You know what I mean?
immersive. It's
Like
deadly.
so
Yeah, it's
yeah.
basically you're condemned. If you get hit by it, you're condemned. You're destined for death at that point. As long as he wants it to be, if he has the intention to kill you and you get hit by it, that's what's gonna happen, essentially.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And if we backtrack again, if we're talking about all around convenience or in general, like technically I would say Sadara because like let's say you're Sadara, right? And you also have the speed, you're scaling, whatever. like you're good, right? They can't
Yeah.
exploit your weakness. You activate that bitch, they're fucked, right? Their speed
Cooked.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
While with Kamui, your weakness is speed. You're fucked, right? If they're faster than you, you're done. If they have
Exactly.
some space time ninjutsu, you're fucking done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but then again, if we go to the other thing, it wouldn't matter because if we're talking about like survival, right, or transportation, obviously Kamui. So again, it really just depends,
Yeah.
But to simplify it, to make it really short and sweet, all around in general convenience, I would say Sadara,
Yeah.
then Obito, then Itachi. What's it called? Actually, uh, all around because it does require no. So yeah, not Itachi. I would say
Amaterasu.
Sasuke's Amaterasu,
Oh,
like flame control.
Sasuke.
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
that's more
Sasuke's.
convenient. Yeah, yeah. But yeah. So Sadara, Obito, Sasuke, then Itachi, and then Shishri, right? Just for all around. You know what I mean? Now if it hits, Itachi's number one. Then it would be surprisingly Kodo. It'd be
Yeah.
Shishri.
You're cooked if you get hit by
So
that.
like, yeah, it would be Itachi one. She should be second because you're fucked, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it affects Edo Tenseis. I don't know what to fucking tell you, okay?
Yeah. Even Edo
You
Tenseis
know,
are cooked.
what's it called? Yeah, third would be I would actually. So this is an interesting one. If it's what do you have? Either a Mataratsu, Sadara's ability, or Kamui. I would probably say a Mataratsu. Actually,
Yeah.
no. I'm tripping. Yeah, because there's so many ways to. No. I would. What do you think, Sadara?
As far as
Fucking if it hits, if we're talking about if it hits
if
category.
it hits. Let's see.
Yeah.
Probably Sarada. So Sarada, Amaterasu, or
Right.
yeah, probably Sardis.
Like Sadara and Kamui is basically the same exact shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty similar.
Like
Yeah.
if it hits, like if we're really being honest, I do think Sadara is probably quicker though in like the emphasis of like what's happening right when it's pulling you and sucking you in or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
But
I don't know. I could be wrong on that, but
she
fucking
can increase the
uh,
gravity. Like Conway is just the same amount of
yeah,
like
yeah.
like pull, but she can like
That's
increase
what I'm
it.
saying.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah, like and that's why and Kamui could be exploited as a weakness because the pull speed is always the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The speed of the Kamui swirl was never on the same scaling as Obito. It was
Yeah,
it was
never.
what it was.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
I'm saying. So yeah, I agree. So Sadara, then Obito, um, and then Amaterasu. And
Yeah.
you guys got to think of it this way: the reason why Amaterasu is still last, if it hits, is just so many ways to get out of that. So many
Yeah.
fucking ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which
Like,
we've seen
like
exploited.
with at least with Obito and Sadara, the only way you can counter that is if you have space time ninjutsu or body flicker speed that's faster. That's
Yeah.
it. you
Yeah,
know,
exactly. Yeah,
Amaterasu, you could take your clothes off. You could fucking, like there's so much
yeah,
shit you
that
can do. You can
yeah,
get
a
a
lot of
fucking
weaknesses.
scroll and put it in the damn scroll.
Yeah. Like fucking
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
there's too many ways to escape it. That's why it's not higher up. Um But yeah, that was an interesting
yeah.
concept. Again, NC Hammer. I'll give him two W's: W Itachi Glaze and W Kamui Glaze. I'll give him that. Because those are
Yep.
W's and those are valid glazes. But
Oh yeah.
he could have been more concise with the criteria. That's probably what would have made the video make more sense, or more specifically, the rankings make more sense. Um, but yeah, overall,
Exactly.
great concept though. It's a great concept. It does spark a conversation, so it's a great topic to talk about.
Low key, that would be dope if Swag and Six did that topic and
That
they
would be fire.
actually like categorized it too. Like if it
Mm.
hits, convenience factor, whatever. You know what
They
I
would
mean?
have they would
That'd
cook
be
with
dope if
that.
they did that.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be a
Oh yeah.
fire topic. Shout out to Swag, man. I don't know where he's been, but he's the legend. Um,
Dude's living
yeah,
life.
living life. So W Swag Kage, man, legend. But yeah, folks, we've been at it for almost 3 hours. Classic Q&A stream.
Yep.
W Donos as well. Appreciate you, Ode, as well, for suggesting that video. We'll be back next week. I can almost say it. We're gonna be disciplined again. We're back. We're back at it. Make it happen.
That's the
Um,
only time, Ode. Just let you
yeah,
know, they're listening. I got
yeah,
you. Only because I've been gone for.
yeah. We owed you that because you were gone for so long, man. That we gotta do something, you know.
Uh,
But yeah, WO. We'll try to collab with you guys with the Walkie Talkie podcast. Shout out to them. We can try to do some with you guys. We hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back next week. Um,
Sure.
we'll see what we do. It might be regular, it might be a call-in show. I'll still think about it, do something cool. But we hope you guys enjoyed. Have a happy holidays. Hope you've been having happy holidays and hope you continue to. We'll see you next time, and God bless, folks.
Stay safe. Most importantly, stay safe. Stay
Yes,
safe.
sir. Peace.